could be important. Alright, we'll start with Capricorn. I must get some Capricorns in here. Good morning. What's going on with y'all? Alright, so you may need a new Apple product, or you may be replacing something. Somebody may be even giving you something. I'm not saying they're giving you an actual Apple product, but they may like, oh, well, here's a cover to something. Here's a case. Here's a pencil. They may be giving you something small. You may know someone around you who's neurospicy. If this is not you, this could be someone around you, or somebody's going to tell you that they are, even if they're an adult. You could be selling a home, buying a home, moving a home. Maybe you are a realtor. Someone's jumping in or trying to jump in with whatever you got going on. Somebody also could be getting jumped. If somebody's trying to jump in on you or trying to, but it's not even like fighting. It's giving like trying to argue with you or trying to make you do something or sway something. Somebody else may step in and help you. You could be in your feelings back and forth about a situation. Just make sure you pray your way through it. There you are going to meet somebody that's going to see forever with you. Okay. Let's figure out who's getting jumped. If somebody's getting jumped, who is this? All right, this could be a Taurus, a Cancer, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, a Sagittarius, a Pisces. Heavy on the Sagittarius. Why are they jumping in? Is somebody jumping in? They may feel like you're overwhelmed right now, or that you have a lot of things that's going on, and somebody's not seeing how you either have some type of clarity or how you're trying to get through something with clarity, and how this is going to lead to some type of security. So somebody has your back, even if they're not saying so at the moment. You may not realize it. So somebody may come in and be like, okay, well, no, this is what was going on. Let's see if we can reinvent this or change the way that somebody said something or did something. So that way it comes off secure in the end, and then this makes you feel renewed in the end. So somebody comes and help you when it comes to a situation. But this also could be somebody jumping in. Let's say somehow you break down, right? And it's like all these cars are just bypassing you. Ain't nobody stopping it. It's so that one person that comes and stop and help you. Or it's that one person that does something that helps you in the situation. When it comes to you selling a home, buying a home, becoming a realtor, now be careful if you're selling a home, because there could be somebody that is either watching you go through this process and they're trying to be strategic, or the person that you're using, the system, the bank, there's something that's strategic about this situation. If you feel like you have to start off strategic when you're doing so, it's like, okay, well, yes, I want to, but there's something that you have to keep your eye on. Maybe in the middle of this process, you kind of conform to it. You get some type of clarity that something still will be secure. So if something goes in your favor, even if you feel like there's some type of destruction or some type of impulse when it comes to this, I don't know, maybe you're selling a home. All right, your hard work is paying off. I feel like that's pretty much clear. When it comes to someone who's neurospicy, if this is not you, you can feel like this person is in denial, or they don't see something. Maybe initially it seems like they act like they can't tell, or it's like, oh, well, I didn't pick this up, or I didn't read between the lines. And then maybe you start to feel like, oh, I don't really know if this person really is neurospicy or if they're just trying to be manipulative. Maybe you feel like they're not, they're playing some type of mental game, and this throws you off balance. But I feel like if you either pull back when it comes to this person, or any type of uncertainty, you make things clear, they're going to surrender to it. So it just depends on how you handle the situation of this person. Okay? Is this a child? It could be a child. Maybe they're going through a cycle. They're going through a new phase. It's like a kid that's becoming a teenager, or a toddler going into a kid stage, or whatever. And they're trying to figure out what they can do and what they can't do. All right, when it comes to this new Apple product, you need to go ahead and get it. Yeah, go ahead and get it. It seems like it will help you be stable, or it'll be secure for you. You'll be able to pay for it. Or again, somebody could be giving you something. Who sees forever with you, Capricorn? This could be another Capricorn, but maybe you feel like, oh no, this person ain't paying attention to you. This also could be a Libra, an Aquarius, heavy on the air sign. There also could be two different air signs. Maybe there's one around you and they feel like, okay, well, you detached from me and I have some type of regret because of it. They want to compromise or have some type of peaceful resolution. But maybe you feel like there's some type of secret or some type of hidden motives when it comes to the air sign that you already know. And this is why you revoked your offer. You feel like you feel off when you're around this person. Somehow you feel disappointed. Now there also could be another air sign that feels like they've been isolated or they've been watching you be isolated and they're having some type of confidence to come towards you. They feel like, okay, well, I'm just going to try it because, you know, why not? They also may want to admit something when it comes to a fire sign, or somehow they know a fire sign person that either you were dealing with or that wanted to sleep with you somehow, some way. Now when it comes to you dealing with another Capricorn, they actually may have some type of stability. They may be going through some type of situation right now where they feel disorganized, but this could be stable. You could meet someone else that's your same sign. It could definitely be successful, or maybe they do something in public. Like they have a manager spot. They have a content page. They do something regarding customers. All right, you can do this. You just need to pray your way through it. I feel like that's self-explanatory. Let's give y'all one quick message before we move on. Alright, last message for Capricorn. Alright, so you may be wondering if something is going to be rejected or if something is going to end up in some type of divorce, and it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to ignore this, I'm just going to let it go. But I feel like as you start to ignore these emotions, you'll realize that something is actually precise. Something to handle goes or handles. Something gets handled the way that you need it to, but maybe you just have to wait for some type of evaluation, or you have to accept some type of perspective first. You definitely could be dealing with another Capricorn, a Scorpio, a Taurus, a Libra, or a Virgo. Somebody's looking at you. It's like, okay, well, you're perfect, or they can romance you and they feel like you would be the perfect satisfaction for them. They want to come towards you because they feel like you're rare. But maybe at the point in time that they do, you feel exhausted, or maybe you feel a little tired, or you feel like something is kind of overdue. Maybe you feel like you've been enduring a lot. But at the same time, you know that you're on the pathway to some type of success, or that you are going to be able to hit some type of celebration. You're able to do something for yourself. So it's like it's a 50-50 chance if you entertain somebody that's coming towards you. All right, let's move on. Well, the song that's playing is Ariana Grande. Side to Side, featuring Nicki Minaj. Something about Sagittarius season could be important for you. Okay. Alright, let's see who comes out next. That was Capricorn. Alright, we'll go ahead and do other earth signs. Let's do Taurus. What we got for Taurus? Alright, Taurus, it's not the Virgo. You need to let them go. There's somebody around you that sees you as an enemy. Okay? Whether this is the Virgo or somebody else that you consider to be a close friend. You could be starting completely over, or maybe you already decided to and now you're not so sure about this decision. There could be somebody who's homie hopping, whether a masculine or a feminine. They're going between friends, or they know that you are friends with somebody, or they feel like something will be easy. Maybe they're even suggesting you to their friend, or they're suggesting their friend to come towards you. Something like that. Do something without distractions. Somebody also could be going through withdrawals. You are attracting a lot of attention. You need to talk about a situation. People will listen, or somebody's waiting to hear about how you started over, or if you're going to talk about another aspect of your life. There's a water sign relationship that's out here. Somehow you're involved, or you know these people. You do need to accept the situation. Okay, and overall, it seems like you are loving what you do, or you're about to start. Let's see. When it comes to talk, somebody will listen. Who do you need to talk to? Who's safe for Taurus? All right, this could be a water sign, someone new. Heavy on the Taurus. This could be a Capricorn. This could heavy on the earth sign for sure. This could be a Gemini, a Scorpio, or a Capricorn. Okay. What do you need to talk about? You either want to talk about how you want to create a situation, or there's someone around you that you feel like is ineffective. It's like, okay, well, yes, this person I thought was going to be my end-all, be-all, but at the same time, they're forceful, or something about them is vicious. Yeah, this is a toxic relationship, and you already know that you need to let it go. You also could feel like you created a business or something that's not going the way that you want to, and maybe you're obsessed with something just like ending. It's like, okay, well, let me kind of put my head together with you and figure out how you have some type of security or what's going on. So maybe you're getting advice or you're giving advice to someone that feels some type of way. So just overall, somebody feels unbalanced. Either you'll talk to them or they'll talk to you. They'll listen. Okay. What do you need to accept? If you're in school, if you're starting a business or you're in the beginning stages of something, know that yes, sometimes you will be exhausted. Yes, sometimes it's a mental game. Yes, sometimes it feels like you're at the end of a situation. But don't let this always cause you to be mediocre or to either rush the job or lack motivation, because you made this choice for a reason. So you need to conflict your ego. Get past this. Have a little fun with it. You also may realize that somebody that you want to talk to or you want to plant the seed with, they may end something. They may be like, yeah, no, thank you. I don't want to go this far, because they feel like they already have the truth about their long-term satisfaction or where they want to go. This could be a new person. So yeah, you'll have to accept that they tell you no. Okay. Or if you decline somebody, they'll accept it. All right. So you loving what you do. It seems fine. What comes to you starting completely over, Taurus? All right, so if something feels disorganized right now, it's throwing you a little off, but that's okay, because again, at the point that you started to say, okay, I'm just going to have fun with it. Yeah, I feel like my day and stuff, and I'm going to school, I'm trying to work, I'm trying to do all this stuff, but let me see how I can make it fun. Let me see how I can just put some music on. Let me see if I can do this outside. Let me see if I can multitask. There's a way that you can figure something out. Hold on. There's an interruption. Okay, anywho's. All right, Taurus, you're in your head about starting over, okay? And maybe you feel like this is costing you either money, time, or energy that you don't have. Know that you are doing this path for a reason. You have a team that's going to help you grow. You're going to have a reason to see like, okay, well, I had to get this started. I have to go through certain things in order to go through something. Because this is going to lead you to your surprise or whatever you want to do in order to follow your heart. You also could have a kid that's watching you, or maybe you're young. Either you could be someone young and you're just getting started and it's like, okay, well, I got a new house, a new place, and I'm just trying to figure something out. I'm in a new area. Or you have a young kid and it's like, you feel like you just have a lot attached to you. You just have a lot that you have going on, and you're trying to be patient while being a mom or while doing certain things, but you could be becoming mentally exhausted. So you're just worrying about, okay, well, is this worth it? Do I have the time? Do I have the energy, the diligence to put in this and still be able to kind of work with other aspects of your life? You do. Okay. Again, you just need to have some type of fun and or figure out how you can comfort yourself while you're going through it, because you will find where you're supposed to belong and or you will hit a milestone. So don't give up on yourself on this when it comes to it, Taurus. All right. So if there's a water sign relationship out here, hey, you may know someone or somebody may just be coming towards you and talking about it. Maybe somehow this is someone that you went to school with, someone on social media, whatever. You may not either be involved, or this could be even someone in your family. You're going to pay attention to how someone has been going through challenges for a long time. And although it seems like they've been trying to keep something secret, it's clear as day that somebody that they're dealing with is a cheater, or they be in and out the streets, or whatever the case may be. And somebody's finally walking away. So you may get some type of text message about this, and somehow maybe either you're going to celebrate them or you're going to see them out in the community or on social media and say, oh, well, what's going on with this person? And it's like, yeah, well, all them challenges, I done just hopped out of that. I decided I don't want to anymore. They feel like there was some type of deception that was going on that they was hanging on to. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I was being a ride or die, but I'm not really trying to die. So I'm getting up out of here. Somebody could be telling you about this. And you're like, okay, well, good. I'm glad you decided to hold back and, protect yourself. And maybe you're going to support this person and they're going to invite you out for a drink or something like that. Okay. What do you need to do without distractions? You need to slow down. Okay, so I feel like you always have your eye on a target, or there's something that you're trying to go after so much, and it's like, okay, well, yes, I'm bypassing distractions at this point in time, but I feel like you also need a break, and you need to give yourself a break without distractions of trying to figure out what's next, what you need to do, if something's gonna get completed. You need to be actually able to recover without distractions. You do. because you feeling outcasted, or you feeling like you're going through some type of cycle, which you could be going through an issue right now, like financially, or you just feel like, you know, everything is a lot, but at the same time, you don't have the energy because you need to relax. You need to sleep. You need to sit down. And maybe every time somebody calls you, say, oh, well, let's just go out and have a drink. You're like, okay, yeah, let's go. Oh, yeah, like you're already ready to go, even though mentally you're tired, physically you're tired, or it's like, but you feel like doing this will give you energy, or it will give you something, but it's not. It's just draining you. Okay? So you need to be able to relax and truly decompress without distractions. Something about you being attractive could be important. Who's attracted to you, Taurus? This could be somebody that you know as well, like you know them through someone in your family, you know them through someone that you went to school with. This could be an earth sign, a Pisces, heavy on the earth sign, heavy on the Pisces, a Sagittarius, a fire sign, or an air sign. Okay, you definitely could know them through school, or maybe they have kids, or somehow they know your kids, or your kids is a little bit older than theirs. And initially, it seemed like they had a happy family or a happy dynamic, but now they're going through some type of delay or unwanted change. And so it's like they're excited to come through and talk to you, and like they can be, oh, I can be your knight in shining armor. But at the same time, when y'all text, as much as it's successful, it's something that is also blocked. They got to hold back because they have to be disciplined. They could be going in front of a judge, or there's a situation that's going on with this person. Okay. So when it comes to you attracting a lot of attention, is this positive? It is. So continue to celebrate. You're going to see how people want to celebrate you, but also know at the point that you feel burnt out from celebrating all the time, you can step back. You can truly isolate yourself. You can figure out why you feel sad, or why you're disappointed, or why there's some type of grief there. Balance it out, and then come back out even more passionate and or attractive. Okay? You'll be fine. All right. Who's homie hopping, Taurus? All right, this could be an Aquarius, or maybe they was gossiping about someone. They were trying to say, oh no, this person's trying to homie hop. This could be a Pisces, heavy on the air sign, or heavy on the Aquarius. A Pisces for sure, an Aries or a Gemini. So heavy on the air sign is either homie hopping, or they're gossiping and trying to say that somebody else is. All right. It's not the Virgo. Okay, so you need to let this person go. And although right now it seems like, okay, well, they're hardworking, they're trying to create a routine, they're trying to show up and be reliable for you, there's going to be a sudden change. There's going to be some type of quick decision and or message, again, from this judge or from this air sign. Maybe they're dealing with someone else, and maybe they feel like, okay, well, the person I'm dealing with is going to be a risk to deal with them and or have a new start. And so they feel like you still have some type of innocence to your day, or you're kind of open to figuring out who your husband or who your wife is going to be. And so they know that you're vulnerable and or open to being married. So just be careful, because they're trying to learn you and or be consistent, so that way they can have something for themselves. It's not the Virgo. You got to let them go. All right. Let's figure out who sees you as the enemy. Hi. So this could definitely be this air sign that's gossiping, or the one that's homie hopping, heavy on the air sign, especially if this is an Aquarius. The Libra's already out here as well, heavy on the air sign. Somebody could already have a child, or they're trying to say you doing something too fast, or you having faith, and you go out there and talk about having faith, but at the same time you're detached and you're not doing something for your kid. I don't know. Or maybe this is what you're saying about your ex-partner. I don't know. But somebody see you as an enemy. We're gonna get into the drama. All right, let's move forward. Let's see who's next. Let's do Virgo. We'll go ahead and finish Earth signs. Okay, I see it. All right, Virgo, you could be telling somebody to shut the fuck up. I don't know what's going on. Or maybe you just don't want to hear somebody talk, or you're tired of hearing their opinion. You're tired of them asking you questions. It's like, okay, well, yes, I already have an association. I already have somebody, or I already talked to somebody. You feel like you already did something. You also could be meeting somebody, and it seems like someone around you could be down bad, either you or them. This could be this Aries, or this also could be another fire sign if it's not an Aries, but something about Aries season could be important. You will have a great end of the week. Congratulations if you're graduating. There's your kid that's hitting milestones, or there's some type of graduation or a celebration happening. Maybe somebody's also going into another term, like they go from first trimester to second, or second to third, or third to fourth. Somebody could definitely be pregnant. All right. Somebody didn't take your advice and you gave them really good advice. Or somebody gave you really good advice and you didn't take it. The initial G could be important, first, middle, or last. Somebody could be a single man, or somebody's going to be coming towards you as a single man, but they could be down very bad. Okay. Somebody made it hard to stay, or they were trying to make it hard for someone else to leave. And now they feel like, okay, dang, now I have to keep going. I have to make sure something feels good for me. Ask your spirit team for a specific sign. All right, let's see what's going on with Virgo in this single man, or you are the single man. Again, somebody is going through some type of issue where they're not sleeping and they're trying to deny in a situation. They're like, okay, well, yes, I'm disappointed, but I'm still not sure how something is going to work out. It's just going to be more obligations on them. They're going to have to let something go and or surrender to a situation. And this may make them a little bit more unorganized than they are now. It's still not going to get any better at this point in time. And somebody's in their head because they already know. Maybe initially they wasn't leading with love. They wasn't doing something like just with genuine intentions. And so it's necessarily giving karma. As soon as I said it, it's giving karma. Okay. So just FYI when it comes to the single man. So if they're trying to approach you, who are they? Who's the single man for Virgo? This could be a Taurus. This could be a Capricorn. An Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Scorpio, heavy on the fire sign, heavy on the Scorpio, heavy on the Capricorn, or Virgo. It could be another one, or it could be you, Virgo, going to one of these signs. All right, let's see who's down bad. Somebody could just be feeling bad or having headaches. Somebody also could be sending you some type of message. All right, Virgo, this could be a Pisces. This could be an earth sign. This could be a Virgo, or another one, a Sagittarius, a Leo, an Aries. Heavy on the Pisces, an Aries, a Gemini. I was hearing that song. I haven't heard this song in a while. I think it's called, This is Never Would Have Made It, but I was thinking about Worth. Damn, what's the song? I can hear it. Dun, 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 dun. You thought I was worth saving, so you came. What? Who sings that song? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Hold on. Damn. I don't know the song. Hold on, Virgo. Let me see. Because now this is going to bother me. Dun, 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 dun. You thought I was worse. Oh, wait. Is this it? Anthony Brown? This might be it. So you cleaned me up inside. You thought I was to die for. So something, you may realize that God is coming through for you soon. And it's like, okay, well, the way that you had to get through a situation, it was actually to save you or to make you see something and rearrange how you do something. So you actually, if this is you that's down bad, you may be going through a powerful change. I haven't heard that song in so long. Interesting. Okay, anywho, let's go with what's going on with somebody being down bad. This could be related to something that they want. Maybe they initially felt secure in a situation, but now they feel like, okay, well, the people that made them feel secure or made them feel like anything that I presented or said that I was, I'm not. People are kind of looking at them with a side eye, or they don't really trust what they're saying. There's some type of ego or some type of issue, and now people are confused on their motives or what they're truly thinking or what's going on. So somebody's looking at someone that you know, or you're looking at someone very, and you're like, yeah, you down bad because you can't even trust yourself. You're conflicted on your own emotions. You feel unloved, or you're empty, or you're not really loving somebody or yourself. And so the security that you once had is just causing confusion. So it's forcing somebody to move forward. But at the same time, they still have some type of deception that's going on. So it's still bringing some type of challenge until they get some type of message that they have to either block something or hold back in order to have some type of success. It's like somebody that's dealing with someone. Let's say you meet someone, Virgo, and they have kid issues or parenting issues. They have CPS issues or whatever the case may be. And so it's like, well, you can't get your kids around their kids because they can't be around kids, or there's something that's going on with the person that you're dealing with, and it's blocking you from something that either you want, which could be the relationship with this person, is something that's blocking you. And it's like, okay, well, although there's some type of conflict, you know that this is going to save you in the end, or this is going to increase your value somehow, some way. I don't know. Let's leave it alone. What's going on with you in this Aries? This could be the person that you tired of hearing advice from. Yeah, you don't want to talk to this person. It's like, oh God, what are they about to come say to me now? Like, okay, well, what do they need to know now? Or maybe they're asking you questions and stuff that you don't even have the answers to. It's like, I'm not sure yet. But you feel like something can't go your way, or you're still having this mentality of like, yes, I still feel good, or yes, I still have some type of achievement, or, you know, it's like, yes, I am telling you the truth. Maybe you feel like somebody's double checking your work, or it's like, what else do you need? And so this is causing a burden when it comes to your relationship. But you also feel like this is an obligation, or you feel like this is all the effort because there's some type of truth based off of someone else. There could be another person around, and maybe you feel like there's some type of blindness to this person. I don't know if you feel like this person was neglecting you, or they were smothering you, or you were smothering them, and then somebody made a decision to do something for themselves, and now there's some type of clarity is out about some type of obligations or struggles that they had to go through. They're having some type of success, or people are starting to want to balance things out, or flip the roles. They're wanting to do this with you, Virgo. Somebody realizes, like, okay, dang, we shouldn't have left you out. We shouldn't have said that you were negligent. And we should have actually took action. We should have helped you. And now someone wants to be caring because they feel like you waited your turn, or you did something by yourself for a long time. And maybe you feel like you do have obligations, or something is nearly complete, but you're still carrying the load of it. But you have some type of clarity that a friend is going to help you, or that you're going to have some type of support. You just don't know when. And maybe this is stressing you out. Or this is how they feel about you. Okay? So when it comes to you in this Aries, what's going to happen with your relationship? Because there's some type of tension here. Somebody feels like there needs to be some type of accountability for some lies. It's like, okay, all this could have been avoided. We didn't have to necessarily go through this. Like, we can transition, we can smooth this up, but we need to figure out what all the challenges are, what all the lies are, and how to go from here. Or if you're in a relationship with the Libra, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Aquarius, or Sagittarius, any type of lies is going to be cleared up by Aries season. Okay, so if something starts off like, oh yeah, we're still, doing things by the law, or yeah, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, or it's even could be like somebody's on Section 8, they're not supposed to have somebody else in their house, and they like acting like they're not there, and then they get caught up by Aries season, or there's some type of issue, something is going to balance out, and you're going to end up having to move on, or somebody's going to have to move on by then. Okay, Virgo, so just FYI if you're dealing with one of those. All right, what's going on with you in the middle G, the middle initial G, first, middle, or last? This could be someone that you also don't want to talk to. Maybe this person is an Aries because they pop back out. They could be an Aquarius, a Libra, having a Libra, or a Scorpio. Somebody's in denial that anything that's karma-based, or anything that's like, okay, well, this was corrupt, or this was a little too much, they don't want to admit at this point in time. Or maybe they feel like you don't. Maybe they feel like you're blocking and making some type of decision because you're still trying to hold on to a situation, and you're just delaying the inevitable because there's somebody else that's going to want to communicate and or have some type of clarity about what's going on. Somebody could be losing a property, a building, or maybe somebody has, I don't know, hopefully nobody's damaging your stuff, Virgo. It's like you are a business owner, right? And somebody comes into your store, somebody comes into something and like, I don't say break your window, but they damage all your customer stuff. Or let's say you're a beauty supply owner or whatever. They come in and knock stuff down, or somebody could be trying to tear something up. Maybe somebody wants you to be quiet. Who wants you to shut the fuck up, Virgo? Hey. All right, so this could be a water sign, a fire sign, heavy on the water sign. This also could be a Taurus or an earth sign. You could have a couple of people around you that want you to be quiet, or maybe you're just going quiet. Maybe again, initially things felt stable. Everything, maybe by your birthday, it felt like you had some type of stability, or it's like you were able to feel like you belong. And then ever since then, maybe things became chaotic. Or if this is what you're going through now, it seems like, again, this is forcing you to go through some type of transformation or change. Okay, because something is disorganized right now. And you also need to let go of some type of offer that you already know is not good for you. If you know that somebody's cheating, or if you know that there's a person that's in your relationship, maybe this is a poly relationship and somebody is just not as invested as they should be, but they give the energy like, oh yeah, I can do this, only because they feel like there's some other, or they have to be in this situation. Walk away from this too. There also could be some type of milestone that you're trying to hit, or there's something that you're trying to do. And initially it's like, okay, well, yes, it's unbalanced, it's disorganized, but I can change this, I can fix this. I can get something that's stable, but then something gets revoked or something doesn't go your way. And it's like, okay, well, let me go to somebody else and see if they can help me. But maybe they got a baby mom, or they got somebody around them, or maybe they got two women around them. And it's like they're going through their own breaking point, or they're going through their own issue. This even could be a mother or somebody that you've known from a past. It's like, oh, let me go ask my best friend if they can do this for me. Let me go ask my mom, or let me go ask. And then they're like, yeah, I don't really know, because they feel like they comfort you through some type of depression or breaking point, or they comfort themselves through one before. Somebody also could have, maybe you have a friend that, even if this is a male friend, the friend lost a child, like the mom had a pregnancy, and either she chose not to keep it, but it's given, it wasn't really her choice, because there's some type of self-pity here. Somebody's still holding on to some type of sadness. Yeah, there's some type of uncertainty when it comes to your friend. This could be a Sagittarius, a water sign, or an earth sign. That's a little heavy. So they may be distracted on a situation. I don't know if this is an anniversary of somebody losing a child, or when they found out they were pregnant and then something didn't go their way. All right. So anyway, if you feel like people are quiet, they have their own things going on, or people want you to be quiet for whatever reason. All right. Go listen to an R&B playlist if you need to. Some music will do you good. Something's going to feel good. All right. What's going to keep you going, Virgo? Something about the number 46 could be important. Alright, so initially something starts off like it's the complete opposite of what you want. It makes you feel like it's just not you, it's not your environment, it's not where you want to be. But then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, it's not as bad. Example, let's say for whatever reason you don't really want to be around your family right now. You don't really want to be around, it's like, okay, I don't really have another choice. I don't really have the money. I don't really have the option. I might as well. I don't really want to go to this family event, but fuck it, might as well. I have my kids or whatever. You go and it's like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. Okay, well, yeah, I actually do need a breather, or yeah, this is just a break for me, or whatever the case may be. And this gives you room to think, to where you turn your own energy around by the time that you end or walk away from it. So something is actually going to feel good, even if you started with the mentality of it's like it's really not for you, or you don't really want to. All right. Who made it hard to stay? If you left somebody and maybe like, okay, well, yeah, I had to because they made it hard to stay, or this is what somebody's saying about you. Somebody could be trying to make it hard to stay if you're trying to leave now. This could be a Scorpio. Heavy on the fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Gemini. Heavy on the Gemini. This could be an Aquarius, a Capricorn, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a Scorpio. Somebody wants to tell their side of the story. You're going to have a great end of the week. Let's see, is this week? Next week. It'll be next week. Okay, so right now it seems like you're just trying to conform with this weekend. You're just trying to go with the flow. It's like, okay, well, again, I have some type of knowledge, or I'm just going to do things systematically. I'm just going to do the things that I know that I'm supposed to be doing, and just, you know, be excited about it, see how the weekends go. Next weekend you get some type of excitement and or some type of message. There's also some type of sudden change and or decision, and somehow this could bring you in some type of your head. Maybe this is somebody else's decision, and you're in your head secretly about it, but you knew that something was going to come, or something was going to pay off long term. This is by the end of next week, or yeah, next week. The week afterwards, it seems like there's also some type of clarity and or breakthrough, some type of truth about what you've been fixated on, or who's been toxic, or who's been obsessed with you, or who's been obsessed with you losing a situation. All right. You may find out who's not really a good friend by the end of that 3rd week. All right. Who didn't take your advice? This is going on longer than I thought, Virgo. Somebody could be sleeping with someone and it's like, well, yeah, this is going on longer than I thought, but I'm actually bored. It's like, yeah, I want to get up out of here. Or somebody could be checked out and that's why it's going on so long. All right, so who didn't take your advice? This could be a Cancer, a Libra, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for sure, an Aries, a Gemini, heavy on the fire sign, a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Okay. When it comes to a business or somebody that you're associating with or something that you're wanting to work with, you're not sure how something is going to go out or how something is going to turn out. And although you want to have some type of like, okay, well, let's just kind of see, let's just all celebrate and still have a good time in the midst of it, you may in the end feel like, okay, well, damn, I lost my money on this or this wasn't really what I wanted. There definitely could be some type of disappointment. Okay, so it depends on who you decide to associate with. If somebody's like, hey, come work with me. Hey, come do this thing with me. Or hey, let's just go out and have a good time. You're like, I'm not really sure, but fuck it, let's do it. You go out and you're like, damn, I just wasted $100 tonight and I didn't even have fun. Or I just wasted something, you know, kind of like it wasn't worth it, basically. Okay, so watch who you associate with. This is also giving you could be paying for something. It's like you pay for a business or you pay for somebody to do something for you and it's like, damn, it wasn't really worth it. That didn't really help me. What do you need to ask your spirit team for a sign? Okay, so if you feel like there's some type of anxiety or some type of understanding that you need, some type of guidance on what's next, there's some type of fear there, find the wisdom or ask for a sign and you'll see kind of what your next step is and how this is going to lead you into your next decision and or for you to grow. Okay, who's graduating or something about when someone graduates. This could be a Leo, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Virgo, it could be you. Congratulations. This could be a fire sign and or a Cancer. Or they have a kid. And it's like, okay, well, my kid is, again, going from a toddler to a preschool kid to a teenager or whatever the case may be. You also may know somebody that's concerned because their kid is out there taking risks right now. And it's like, dang, if they keep doing this, they're going to be able to go to court or they're going to have some type of issue. They're going to have a record or somebody could be worried about the challenges when it comes to their kid and or if their kid's going to make it to graduation. All right. So you could be talking to a friend or a sibling or somebody around you about this. All right, let's do your reading real quick before I move on to the other collective. What was your name? I remember somebody said they sent in for a reading. I'm scrolling. If I can't find it, I'll just refund you. Are you still here? I'm going to just scroll right to the bottom. Let's just see. Are you still here? It was you. Okay, cool. What's your sign? And then what was your topic? Because I didn't scroll all the way back up. Let me log in now. And we'll do them in between. Virgo, and what are the whatever topic you want. It's up to you. Let's get another deck though. No, we haven't done Aquarius yet. Yeah, we can do a general. That's fine. All right, let's see whatever comes out. What do you need to know? Okay, so whatever it is that you've been in your head about, you will be able to recover. There also could be somebody that wants to seek redemption when it comes to a relationship with you. Even if this is not romantic, this could have been like a friend. This is like somebody that you were able to like, oh, I can get dressed in front of them. I can change. We can get ready to go out, and you just felt really comfortable to do so. They could be feeling unproductive right now. This could be an actual feminine for sure. And it's like maybe they're in their head because they thought that something was going to be practical or something was going to pay off for them. They could have a child right now. And maybe it's like, okay, well, now they're realizing they're a single mom, or they having to do something by themselves, and they're disappointed in how they upheld this type of relationship. They also could have felt that weighed down by another friend that they felt like was going through some type of pessimistic attitude. It's like, oh, I shouldn't have listened to them so much, or oh, I shouldn't have weighed my decision on this relationship or this friendship more than yours. You could have a friend that wants to come back towards you. Now, if this is romantic, this could be with a Sagittarius or a Capricorn, maybe even a Pisces. Somebody feels like they know how to get towards you, or how to get some type of achievement with you, or how to get you to be like, okay, I can be open to this opportunity. They know kind of, okay, they say if you want to travel, I'll just say if you want to come with me to get food. I'll just say they know how to invite you to do something, and maybe they're wondering if you're going to go. Outcome if you do. So I feel like you're going to have a good time initially, but I feel like long term you're going to realize that this person is still non-committal, or they still do things outside the box, or they're just trying to, rethink the situation. If this is not an earth sign, this could definitely be a fire sign. Or again, it's Pisces. Okay? So FYI, when it comes to that, it's giving you got somebody romantic and also a friend that wants to come back towards you. Now, you could be in your head right now. Maybe you feel restricted. I don't know if this is your mother figure, or this could be a woman around you. This even could be somebody like at your apartment complex, right? It's like, oh, I don't even want to run into this person, or oh, I'm trying to avoid this person, or I don't know if you haven't been checking your mail or something, but it's like you could be trying to avoid someone for whatever reason. And maybe you feel like, okay, you're defeated by a situation, but at the same time, you're trying to figure out how to recover so that way you can protect yourself going forward. Don't allow yourself to be mentally exhausted by this. Okay? It seems like something is fearing you because you don't know how you're going to get out of a situation, whatever this is. But maybe they're actually in their head because I don't know if they're trying to go somewhere, if they're trying to take a trip somewhere, something may get canceled, or they may be doing something by themselves and something gets canceled, or a business or something like that doesn't really work. And then they want to give you some more compassion. They want to give you some type of love. Again, this could either be a mother figure for sure, or this is someone that became a mom. But I feel like this could be your mom. They're going to want to give you more love once they realize that something is not working for them. FYI. Alright, so you could be expecting a payment. If you're expecting some type of payment, it will make you happy. You will get this. If this is about you going to school and or learning something for yourself, you will also do so as well. I don't know if you're going to school to like help families or help kids or do something like that, or you starting your own business, maybe something with mental health or something like that. I feel like that would be good. You also could be really good working with kids and family who has like some type of mental health, but you have your own business or something like that. Okay, what's with this air sign masculine? Okay, so they're going through a turning point when it comes to their family dynamic right now, and they feel like they done lost a lot of money. They done put a lot into this situation. They could feel like, okay, well, there's some type of issues and there's some type of challenges, but I want to have fun with you because they feel like you have some type of stability to you. This is going to bring some type of conflict. You need to let this air sign person go. Absolutely not. Okay, move on or you will be disappointed. So overall, it seems like your finances look good. There's some type of security, or you're going to be rewarded for your efforts. Now, at the point that you do get some money, though, you may have to pay something out quickly. And it's like, damn, okay, great. I got this money, but I still have to get this paid off, but you still have money left over. And this makes you happy, or you can go splurge and do something for your family. All right. So there's some type of money comes in for you. So if you have some type of perspective, or you've been waiting, or you've been patient, and this has been making you sad, know that you're going through some type of phase, okay? Know that you don't have to be lazy. You don't have to be impatient. You don't have to just kind of sit there and sulk until you get whatever that you already know is coming. So continue to have some type of justice. Continue to walk with high standards. Continue. It's like you don't have to look what you're going through, essentially. Put some effort in your day. Okay, last message when it comes to you having a relationship and or an entanglement. Okay, somebody actually may want to stabilize afterward the fact, but you may not see the value in doing so. Okay, you're like, yeah, I just needed a resource. I just wanted some type of energy off me, and you may walk away. This could be dealing with a Cancer, a Leo, another Virgo for sure. Heavy on the Virgo. Maybe a fire sign. All right, confirmations for your reading, and we're going to move on. So you could be getting off course right now. It's not the Gemini. I told you, walk away from this air sign. Something about New York could be important, whether you're going or you're talking to somebody with an accent, or maybe you're even applying for a job. Like you could be getting a work from home job or something like that. And the company, the interviewer, somebody is stationed out of New York. All right. You want somebody to understand how and when they hurt you, but it seems like they're very self-aware, or you are, and somebody lost you for good. It just is what it is. If you give to the homeless, something may happen when you do, or somebody's going to give to you if you feel like you're looking for a home. All right. Let's move on. Let me see. What was your name? Maddie. Okay, cool. Yeah, the Pisces. Okay, good. Make sure you don't go back to your mom. Okay, well, I'm sorry that it's your mom. But I feel like there is going to be some type of turning point, because they're going to be like, okay, well, damn, I shouldn't have. I don't want to say being so cruel, but it's like, okay, I should be a little bit more caring and or nurturing. Okay. But shout out to you. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, let's move on. We did earth signs. Who's gonna do next? Let's do air signs. All right. What air signs we got in the chat? We'll start with whoever first. Gemini. Okay, cool. All right, Gemini. What we got for you? All right, so somebody around you could be a crash out. Make sure you are not crashing out. Something about your mattress, your bed could be important. Maybe you need a new mattress, or you wanted a bigger bed, or maybe you just moved. All right, king or queen shit only. You will be seeing some type of growth within your actions, your responses, your language, or just how you interact with other people and how this changes your outcome. You could have ended it with an air sign feminine. So there could have been an air sign relationship out here, or maybe this was even a friend. The initial T could be important, first, middle, or last. Somebody could be waiting too long, you or them. And it feels like time is up when it comes to an outcome, okay? Somebody could have called you the ugly or the fat friend. How old are we for that? Okay. Well, let's see who talking shit, Gemini. Who called you the ugly or the fat friend? Or if it's you, be honest with yourself. Who you talking shit about? Or maybe somebody, even if you lost weight, they could have been like, oh, well, you used to be ugly, or you used to be fat, or I don't know. This could be an earth sign. This could be a fire sign, a water sign. Gemini could be you or Leo. Okay. Somebody talking about it. And maybe they're trying to figure out who you're going to have a relationship with, or who's going to come towards you in your DMs, or who's going to send you a message. Maybe they wanted you to walk away from somebody that's going to be consistent, or walk away from something that you was planning on doing for yourself, your business, your foundation. So that way you could feel like you were embarrassed, or that you would be obsessed with other people. It's like a pick-me wanted you to be a pick-me. They wanted you to be them. Okay, well. All right, give yourself time to get out of flight or fight mode, okay? So maybe there was a traumatic experience you just had, and it's like, okay, well, you was really panicking about something. You was panicking about your home. You was panicking about your family. There was something that just really had you kind of either upset or worried. You need to give yourself, there was something that you really felt like this could be a challenge, or you didn't really know how something was going to play out. Give yourself time to get out of it. There also could be some type of issue when it comes to your career and or kind of where you want to take it. So you need to have some type of time to kind of decompress it before you figure this out, because you will be guided. You don't have to do things too quickly or worry about if somebody's worried about your next step, or it's like, oh, well, let me show and prove, or let me make sure I'm still on my P's and Q's, or I can kind of jump back into something. Like, relax. Okay. Time's up for who, Gemini? This could be a Scorpio, a Libra, a Capricorn, a Cancer, a Pisces, a job. Somebody could be walking their job, or an Aries. Okay, so time's up. But as you move forward from this person and or this situation, know that there could be some type of disappointment, but you have to see the bigger picture. There will be another connection, another job, another partnership, and maybe you just don't see it now, but you can't just avoid some type of chaos. You can't just be in denial about how something is disorganized, because it's going to continue you being upset and or disappointed. You're going to feel stuck. All right, so it's time's up. It is time for you to move on. Good job if you already decided to do so. Okay. So when it comes to an outcome, maybe you're waiting on an outcome. Yeah, you could be waiting. There's some type of delay for sure. But just know that you need to feed into yourself while you do so. When it comes to the decision, you may not be too thrilled about the decision. Okay, so again, give yourself some type of comfort and love, because the way that you nurture yourself through it would matter, right? So it's like, okay, well, I don't like the fact that I'm switching departments, or my hours, my work, something that has to change when it comes to it. But at the same time, it's like, it just is what it is. I might as well kind of go with the flow of it versus fighting against it, because it's just going to make your situation feel like it's even much more detrimental than it is. So the way that you handle this is going to matter. All right, but you may not like exactly what happens or how something changes. If you ended it with an air sign feminine, or you're dating somebody, you meet somebody, and they say that they ended it with an air sign feminine, someone may be admitting what they did wrong. They may be able to see themselves. And although it feels like this is a hard process, or it was hard for them to do, they actually may be ready for a relationship. But you may still say no. You may still block this because you feel like you need to control the situation, and or you feel like you've already exhausted all of the potential that you can give somebody. So it's like, okay, well, thank you for admitting the fact that you was a cheater, or that you have 3 baby moms, or that you did this, that, and the third, but no, I still can't fuck with you. Like, I still have to continue to move forward with my own boundaries. You're still like, okay, well, I respect you for telling me, yes, thank you for the fun, or, thank you for giving me some type of pleasure. And I know that this maybe disappoints you, but I'm not going to end up in a situation where I have to reevaluate. So you still may be declining somebody, even though they genuinely are single or they ended it. All right, so this is giving you proud of yourself soon, okay? If not now, you will be. Maybe you went through some type of financial issue, or you had to walk away from somebody who was going through one, or who's about to. You could have been dealing with a Virgo for sure, a Libra, a Sagittarius, maybe a Taurus or a Capricorn. But it seems like now you're trying to stand back on how you say certain things or how you handle certain situations, because you feel like everybody else has their own challenges. They are having their own issues that they need to be persistent and get through. So you're letting people go, but you're not doing so in a nasty way. So that's good. What are you waiting too long for, Gemini? So you want someone to tell you the truth about what they're hiding or what they're feeling, but at the same time, you know that they're not going to do so. It's like, okay, well, yes, I'm moving on. Yes, I'm not really going to. It even could be somebody that left you on red in your DMs. It's like, okay, well, I know this person really left me on red, or I know this person not really going to talk to me, but I'm just going to go looking just in case they just send me a message, or just in case they say something. It's like you're still waiting for something that you don't even need to walk away. And maybe you're confused on why somebody decided to walk away, or how they feel about a situation, and you want some type of clarity. But at the same time, you're not asking. What's going on with the initial T? This could be a friend, or maybe you're going out to a place. You could be going out to a location, a restaurant, or somewhere that starts with the initial T, or it has a T in the business name, and you're celebrating while you're there. But you could have a friend that's trying to act like they're not dealing with someone that they are. They can be like, okay, well, yeah, let's go have fun. I'm not sure how I'm going to get some type of stability, or how I'm going to meet somebody else or whatever. There's some type of deception, but they're trying to ignore it. So be careful when it comes to this, because somehow this could bring some type of burden onto you, because this person is either rushing through something, or they're not actually putting in some type of effort. And it's like, well, what was the purpose of this? It just ends up wasting your time and or efforts, your money, your, whatever, resources. If this is about a friend, again, they're trying to say that they're not talking to someone, and you already know that this person that they're talking to is going to cause a burden, but you're going to get some type of clarity about how they've been still involved in their life with this person. Okay, somebody learned about who they're dealing with. Who's about to crash out for Gemini? All All right, this could be an Aquarius. This could be a fire sign for sure. They could be feeling thrown off when it comes to their finances. This could be a Virgo, a Libra, a Pisces, heavy on the fire sign, and or a Taurus. Okay, and maybe you thought that somebody was able to have peaceful resolutions. They could talk to things. They seem well mannered. That's what I'm thinking, but they're not. Okay, so things start off very well, or it seems like, okay, well, I'm just trying to compromise. They could be telling you about a situation. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I feel a little embarrassed or whatever, but I'm still trying to work through it. You know, there's just some type of misunderstanding. The details are not as clear. I'm still stable. I can still come off the way that I need to. They could be attaching themselves to someone else. Oh, Lord, Gemini. Okay, so either you're dealing with this earth sign for sure, an Aquarius, a Pisces, or a fire sign. But the earth sign is out here a lot. And somebody feels like, okay, well, yes, I feel humiliated. There was some type of deception, but there's some type of clarity that has to come out so that way I can be stable and or reliable. They're confident that you don't see the full picture about this situation yet and that you still see them as secure. Well, there's going to be some type of knowledge and or system that happens, and this is going to cause them to have a reaction. This reaction is going to cause them to crash out, and you thought that you were going to commit to someone who was balanced or who could handle certain situations, and you're going to be disappointed in their responses. Okay, so this could be a potential person. You're gonna be like, yeah, absolutely not. There also could be something about a water sign masculine that has a child already. Okay, what's going on? Somebody could be denying that this is their child. Oh, Lord. What's going on? King, queen shit only for Gemini. So when you're out here sleeping with someone or whenever you're meeting people, know that you have things that you worked for. You have a reputation. You have value, right? So know that people need to have the same things. People need to match that. So that way you have some type of security. You don't need to be like, okay, well, I'm just going to be out here having fun. And, you know, everything that I worked for, I can turn my back on just for the moment. Don't do that either. Because it can somehow damage what you've already built. All right. All right, Gemini. Let's move on. Let's go to Libra. Let me see. Did I miss anybody deal personal? Thank you for responding. All right. Let's go to Libra. All right. Somebody don't want to pay you, Libra. Somebody could owe you some type of money, and maybe you're about to be scared for them, or they're scared about a situation. Yes, God loves your enemies. Focus on yourself. Somebody could also be trying to copy you, or they're trying to watch you so much so that way they can like, okay, well, how can I integrate certain things about you into my lifestyle or what I do? And maybe you already know this, and it's like, okay, well, I'm low-key scared for you, but, you know, I'm still gonna smile and act like I don't see it. You may need to change your perspective when it comes to a situation. You also could be filling out some type of court documents. Okay, there's a conversation with somebody online, or it's also given like a screening. You know how you can have some type of like, oh, well, let's just make sure we can have a space for you, or let's make sure this also could be like a consultation. That's what I'm trying to say. This could be a consultation online or something like that. Could be important. Deep down, somebody is sick. Somebody got pregnant quicker than they expected, and maybe you have to change your perspective, or the masculine does. Something is definitely going to be front and center. It's not truly what you think, but there is an engagement ring out here. So congratulations if you're getting engaged, or you're proposing to someone. So let's figure out what's going on with your court documents. This could either be involving some type of money, and or this is involving your family, your security. This is giving either somebody owes child support. There's somebody in your family that's having some type of dispute. They could have some type of criminal court case, or there's some type of financial issue. This could also be like an eviction. There's some type of court documents relating to your family and or your finances. And maybe initially things start off like, okay, well, shit is just completely unstable. Shit is just the complete worst. It's going the opposite way of what you need to. And then somehow you either start working with it, or you meet someone who helps you work, or has some type of shared goals. It's like, okay, well, let's say somebody works for the government, right? So right now, your finances could be hella fucked up, or you're unstable when it comes to your finances, your home, or how something's gonna play out. But then you meet a bank, or you meet somebody. It's like, okay, well, yeah, we can work with you. We understand that this is not your true investment, or we understand that this is not your fault, or whatever. Let's make a decision so that way you can still be able to kind of follow your heart. You can still have some type of, relief, essentially. So you meet somebody that's going to help you, or you're already working with someone who's making the first decision to get some type of stability. So it's like whatever you can do is like you can be playful when it comes to the situation. So yeah, there's some type of issue when it comes to the court documents or something being official, but at the same time you can work through it. All right, it's not what you think, Libra, when it comes to who. This could be with a Capricorn, Aquarius, a Pisces, a Taurus. Have you on an air sign or a Leo? Okay, so maybe you could be obsessed with some type of clarity and or figuring out who is manipulative or how to get something to go your way. I don't know if you're spying on somebody's celebration milestones, or it's like somebody's like, okay, well, I want to see how much they're making. Let me log into their business, or let me log in to see how much is available. It's like somebody's like spying to figure out how someone is getting some type of celebration or milestone, and this is bringing out some type of conflict because maybe this person desires some type of influence for themselves. And it's like, okay, well, why are you so much invested, or somebody's super invested in what you got going on? Because again, you're still able to be either patient and balanced. You're still able to have some type of harmony to yourself and or moderate yourself. And it's like, okay, well, great. I want that. Like somebody truly either wants what you have, Libra, or somebody's looking at you like, okay, well, how do you still have it? How do you still have some type of happiness even though you don't have something? Okay, this is somebody that wants to be a rival towards you. They feel like something about their lifestyle is unfair. Again, this could have been the person that got pregnant unexpectedly, or they got pregnant again, or they feel like the person that they got pregnant by extorted them. They could have been dealing with an earth sign, masculine. If this is you, Libra, if you're dealing with this earth sign masculine and you already know that something is one-sided, because it's like there could be multiple women. Maybe this person already has a baby mom, or they got somebody pregnant on the side. And maybe you already have a child, or you already have some type of security. You already have a relationship with this person. You could definitely already have this person's child. But you feel like you have to be secure, or you have to make sure that you're slow and steady when it comes to them, so that way y'all have a process. But you know that this person be lying. But there is someone pregnant. Maybe you're spying on the person that's pregnant, and you're like, okay, well, they ain't got no money, so how are they still acting like they got a wish come true? Or maybe somebody's spying on you, but somebody's being childish. Then you need to let this go, or they need to let it go, because something is not really what you think. I don't know what that's about. Okay, so there could be a conversation with a person online. How is this going to go? I feel like it'll be fine. Again, I feel like this is you just trying to understand and or explore something. It's like, again, a consultation. It's like an interview. It's just something like, oh, I want to get a new apartment. Let's just see what this apartment looks like. Let's do a tour. There's just something like oh, okay, let me just talk about it. This definitely could be related to either a fire sign, a child, a hobby, or again, just something that you're trying to explore. All right, the conversation goes fine. Yes, God loves your enemies. Who are your enemies, Libra? Or who do you see as an enemy? Oh, wow, that popped out. All right, so this could be a Leo. Somebody may be surprised. It's like, oh, damn, I didn't even know you saw me like that. Like, damn, I didn't even know you felt this way. This could be a Cancer, a Pisces for sure, an Aries, a Capricorn. Have you on a water sign, an Aquarius, a Sagittarius, a Scorpio. Have you on the earth sign, a Scorpio, a Capricorn, an air sign, a Taurus, a Pisces, a Sagittarius. Okay, well, maybe they your enemies, or maybe you feel like they feel like you theirs. Who's trying to copy you, Libra? This could be another air sign. Or if this is you, this is someone that feels intimidated. Have you on the air sign for sure. Or this could be an earth sign. Okay, maybe initially they felt like, okay, I'm going to spy on this person, or I'm going to be deceitful. I'm going to act like I'm someone that they can get close to, someone that they can trust. And when at the point that I'm a part of their world, and then I'll start to pull back, then I'll start to be violent, or then I'll start to act cold towards them, so that way I can copy them and have some type of stability. It's like somebody wanted to get close to you just to get your business, or just to learn how you do something, so that way they can take it. Maybe you've been smiling like, okay, well, yeah, I can tell. I already know, you know, this isn't for you, Libra. You know that somebody's not really your friend, and now you're scared of them, or not scared of them. You're scared for them. Hopefully you're not scared of nobody. No, yeah, you're scared of them because it feels like, oh no, damn, I keep saying of them. You're scared for them because you may come off as the bully. You're like, yeah, I'm not gonna be worried about it, or I can turn shit around. If I need to be rude, I can be rude. You feel like you can shut something down. It's like, yeah, I'm nice. Yeah, I'm intuitive, but at the same time, I'll cuss your ass out. It's like, I'm not stupid. So that's why you scared for them. It's like, I'm gonna smile, I'm gonna be nice. Or it's like a client that's trying to play with you, right? And it's like, let's say you're a reader or whatever, and it's like, okay, well, you have this client, and it's like, okay, well, they're just trying to tempt you, or they're trying to see how far they can push you. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I'll be nice, but at the point that I feel like you're really trying to be rude, or you're trying to make me rude, I'll exclude you with love, but at the same time, if I have to accept this, I'll make you feel, you know, what you need to feel. Y'all so funny. All right, when it comes to an engagement ring, I'm not going to ruin it for anybody, but who's supposedly getting proposed to? This could be a Pisces. Maybe on the water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay. This also could be an Aquarius. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if you're going to be heartbroken by this, or somebody else may be heartbroken if they're proposing to you. Okay. But also know if you're heartbroken by this, I don't know if you should necessarily be concerned if this is like your child's father or somebody that you once thought was going to be stable that's proposing to someone else. Because it seems like secretly they're trying to figure out how they can make a move to get out of some type of issue. Now, I'm not saying somebody's not loving you, but if they're proposing to you, make sure they're not proposing to you because they're trying to get out of an issue. Okay? And it all may start off really good. It may start off like, okay, well, great. Yeah, we can get through some type of unresolved issue. Somebody could be balanced. But then you're going to realize that somebody is dangerous, or somebody's just like, yeah, I don't know why. It was just a good party versus it was a good marriage. All right, who don't want to pay you, Libra? This could be a Virgo. This could be a Leo. Somebody also may not want to value what you do or how you price yourself if you're in your own business or own market, because they feel like you have a lot of success or you have a lot of recognition. And again, this could be a client that's trying to play with you. It's like, okay, well, I'm trying to outsmart you, or I'm going to only send you half of what you say to see if you'll take it. Or somebody's trying to play with you when it comes to your finances. Somebody's not trying to pay you on purpose. Okay. If you feel like you're going through some type of setbacks right now because of your finances, know that you will have some type of success moving forward. And anybody that's trying to blackmail you or whatever, you're going to be able to see it. You already know it, or you'll already be able to figure it out. So continue to move forward. Something's going to work out in your investments, even if it's like, damn, I'm still at least a little bit short. You'll still figure out most of it. All right, what's going to be front and center for Libra? Okay, so you're going to have some type of logic and or some type of influence. You're also going to realize that you have a resource. Somebody's going to come and present themselves to you as a resource. And it's like, okay, great. Well, now I can balance something out. Or now I can work with this person. Or now I know that this person is someone that's genuine. You're going to be able to tell. Somebody also may come and try to influence you. So be careful when it comes to it. Someone may feel like you have a lot of power and or influence to you. And so it's like, okay, well, let me see how I can use it to my best benefit. And they're going to do so in a sense where they try to burn you out or make you feel isolated after the fact. It's like, oh, look at my friend. My friend is, they're a cosmetologist. Oh, my friend is this. Oh, yeah, bring them along. They can do everybody here. They can do this. They can do that. And they're promoting you in a sense. But in a sense, they're actually just taking advantage of you and they're draining you. So watch out when it comes to this, because you're going to definitely feel exhausted. Again, I feel like you'll see this front and center. When it comes to you changing your perspective, when will this happen by? Okay, so it's definitely going to happen before the next Libra season, because that keeps popping out. So it depends on what you're trying to work on, because a lot of this feels mental. A lot of this feels like, okay, it's your thoughts or where you're trying to go. Heavy on it's in your head for sure. But I feel like at the point that you get out of some type of delay, or as you realize that you're able to recover, you're able to do something by yourself, you're walking away from anybody who's childish or anybody that comes back towards you to kind of be passive aggressive or to try to be sarcastic and figure out how you did something. Who got quicker pregnant? Who got quicker pregnant? Peter Piper, Picker, Packer, Picker. Who got pregnant quicker than expected? This could be a Taurus. This could be a Gemini. Libra, it could be you. Congratulations. This could be a Pisces. Heavy on the Pisces for sure. Or a fire sign. Okay? And maybe you honestly wasn't expecting a fire sign to get pregnant. I don't know. Something about that could surprise you or shock you. Deep down, who's sick? And I'm not saying physically, but it could be. Okay. This could be an Aries. Libra, it could be you. Or maybe you're recovering from a sickness. This could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, an Aquarius, a Scorpio, or a Libra. Maybe you're dealing with another one. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Aquarius, you could be meeting somebody that's short, or you're interacting with someone that's short, or maybe you're going to be talking to someone and the interaction is going to be short. Example, it's like, okay, well, you have an interview, and usually this interview usually lasts like an hour, or it's scheduled for 30 minutes. It's only like a 5-minute conversation or something like that. Something could be short. You may need to repair something in your home. You may need to repair your car, or just something that's important to you. Maybe you need to do a maintenance request if you live in an apartment complex. Somebody's not handling business well the way that they should. Even when you don't believe, you need to believe. Only thing you need is the size of a mustard seed, okay? You could be thinking about somebody that you blocked, or somebody that blocked you, and maybe you haven't heard from them. If they liked you, you would not have to guess. So make sure you're not overthinking, because it's creating issues that's not really there. Something about your neighbors could be important. They could be focusing on your business, or you could be focusing on somebody else's business as a distraction to yours. There is somebody around you who envies you. So just FYI when it comes to it. This could definitely be a fire sign, or this is somebody that you used to work with, somebody that you went to school with, and they use their looks. Maybe even a Scorpio. They could use their looks as like, oh, well, this is how I attract people. This is how I get what I want. But somehow they actually envy you. All right. If they liked you, you wouldn't have to guess. Who are we talking about for Aquarius? This could be a fire sign for sure. Somebody is actually very demanding and or vengeful. This could be a Cancer, a Libra, or a Capricorn. Okay, so if they liked you, you would know. It would be clear as day. This is not the one. Who's not the one for... Oh, I almost called you Aries. Who's not the one for Aquarius? You may be trying to figure out who's up next when it comes to your dating life, or maybe you're walking away from a situation. All right, this could be a Taurus. It's not the one. This could be another air sign that you already know is jealous and or is a bully. Okay, you may be walking away from a Libra, a Scorpio, a Capricorn, another Aquarius, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. Even when you don't believe, you need to believe. What is this about? This could be related to your stability. You also may be trying to either connect with your father. Maybe your father is trying to send you signs or confirmations about something, even especially if your father has passed. You could either have a fire sign father or an air sign father, because this could be you as a child. But if your father has passed, they could be trying to send you signs. It's like, oh, yeah, it kind of reminds me, but no, I don't believe it. You do need to believe it. Also, when it comes to your structure, your home, your stability, maybe you're kind of in your head because you're trying to figure out if you're going to have another job, or if you're going to be able to be disciplined enough to get something. Maybe you're wondering if you're going to have to surrender your home or surrender something, but I feel like you're going to actually have some type of new idea, and it's like, okay, great, I can move forward. So know that there's a way out, even if you feel like there's not. Maybe you're actually moving. It's like, okay, well, I'm either moving back home, or I'm moving where no one knows me. You could be thinking about somebody that you blocked when it comes to this person for Aquarius. It seems like right now they're focused on their work, their finances, their home life balance. They're trying to be practical right now. They could be emotionally lonely. They may not have anybody that they feel like they can truly balance. They're trying to be practical right now. They could be emotionally lonely. They may not have anybody that they feel like they can truly talk to. So they may be still figuring out how to get through something. But they know the truth about some type of lie. Or they feel like they know the truth about what was happening or why something had to change. And this is why they made a quick decision to block you. Or this is why they understand why you had to block them. Okay, so although they may feel like there's some type of tension, somebody's actually moving forward. Somebody's hoping that you have a fresh start, or that you're moving forward. It's like, okay, I don't hate you. I don't have no ill will. Yes, the chapter didn't close the way I wanted to, but, you know, it's still closed. All right. You could be dealing with a Cancer, a Virgo, an Aries, a Sagittarius, a Pisces, heavy on the Aries, another air sign, a water sign, heavy on the Pisces, or an earth sign. This is somebody that you already blocked or they blocked you. All right. Let's see. Who's not handling business for Aquarius? I'm hearing the answer is in the test. So if you're going through a test, the answer is in the test. Or if you have to, it's like somebody that's taking a driver's license test. It's like, oh, well, it's a very cut answer, or it's a very cut and clear question, but the answer is in the question. Something like that could be important. All right, so this could be an Aquarius, a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, heavy on the earth sign for sure, or a fire sign. Somebody is not handling business. This also could be an air sign or a Gemini. Okay. When it comes to you getting your home repaired, will this get completed when you need it to? It will. Okay, so know that you can get through some type of issue without something changing dramatically. You don't have to be obsessed over it, or you don't have to find the perfect repair person, or whatever the case may be. You'll find someone that can fix it or get the job done. All right, stop overthinking when you find an answer or solution. So this could be by Earth sign season. Right now we're in Scorpio. So give it a Capricorn season, and you'll either find a solution or you'll see how things kind of play out for yourself. Okay. When it comes to your neighbors, either they're focusing on your issues or maybe you're focusing on theirs. There's some type of tension or some type of fight. You also could be hearing this going on. Maybe also somebody could be attracted to their neighbor. And it's like, okay, well, I'm just conflicted on if I should reach out to them, or you're conflicted on what they got going on when it comes to their lifestyle. Or maybe you wanted to sleep with them or they want to sleep with you as a distraction. So just know that your neighbor could be looking at you or just interested in what you got going on. All right, who's focusing on other people's issues? That popped out quickly. This could be a fire sign, an earth sign, heavy on the Sagittarius. This could be a Pisces as well, or a Taurus, a Cancer. Okay, they don't want to focus on their own issues. I was also hearing a parent, so this could be your mom or your dad, and you could feel like they're worried about everybody else's issues when they have their own. All right, that was all the air signs. Let's see. Did I miss any personals? You're welcome, love. Thank you for being here. All right, we'll see what comes out for who's next. Thank y'all for responding to the comments. I'm not going to scroll all the way up. We'll leave it there. No, we didn't do that. We haven't done Sag yet. Okay, you sent in for a reading. What's your topic, love? What's your sign and are you a Taurus? I feel like because last time he was like, you don't remember my sign? Was that you? That might not have been you. I'm sorry if that's not you. But was that you? Leave me. You was like, oh, you don't remember? I don't know. I could be making it up. All right, let's see. Did you type it in, General? Yes. Oh, it was you. That's so funny. I love when I'm right. That's so funny. All right, what you got? Your topic, you said General. What we got for you? That's so funny. So somebody may be coming back towards you and saying something. Either they're finally understanding why you said something to them or why you had a certain type of attitude towards them. And it's like, oh, well, now it's like you may find it funny. You may feel like, okay, well, yeah, you know, I was trying to tell you to be optimistic, or I was telling you to walk away, or yeah, I was trying to give you some type of news, or maybe you were trying to tell somebody something. You're about to have a fresh new start. So whatever it is that you're kind of going through your day with, just kind of be simplistic about it. Even if you feel like you're on the close of like, I'm close to some type of issue or conflict, I don't really know how something's going to go left or right. There's something that you completely need to go to sleep or you need to relax about 110%. Some type of new beginning or something that once felt like, okay, well, this was just a brand new desire, or, oh, this is innocent. Maybe it's starting to feel like a challenge and you're conflicted on if something's going to balance out or how something is going to bring some type of balance, but the success is here. So don't start to doubt yourself because there's some type of frustration or you feel like something is holding you back. Okay. You also may get something or you may do something and it sparks your energy. It's like, okay, well, great. I can get back to it. So something may actually get you out of this. Maybe if you go rest or if you kind of do something that you don't really have to think about. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go bowling. I don't really have to put any much thought into this, or I'm gonna go do something. And it's like, and all of a sudden, it's like, okay, well, wait. I was conflicted about being successful. I was worried about something that actually was going in my favor, or something that's actually meant for you. You need to get out of your head when it comes to it. There also could be somebody that you're running into. This could either be two masculines together, or this is somebody that has a type of position of authority. Maybe you're running into multiple men at the same time. What's with all these people together? Maybe there's a function. So you could be like at a bar. I don't know if you like to go out, but you could be going to a function, a bar, or just somewhere where there's multiple people there. And maybe you feel like, okay, well, there was some type of achievement or something feels good for yourself. So you're just having a good time. And then you overhear somebody saying something to you, or somebody either talking amongst themselves about a relationship, or somebody's like, oh, I wonder if you're in a relationship. Somebody could be either talking about something, or you're out and somebody wants to approach you. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be someone new. This isn't someone that you already know. But maybe somehow you've already seen at least one of them before. It's like, oh, I know, I've seen at least one of them at the store. I've seen one of them somewhere, or you know at least one of them. But maybe someone else wants to approach you while you're out. And you may not see this coming. Outcome if you date with this person. It may actually end up in a relationship. You may keep it quiet for a while until you realize, like, oh, this is actually stable, or oh, this is something actually I can work on. Okay, you may be running into someone soon. Let's see. Let's get you one more message. Whatever comes out. Okay, so maybe you're stressed about your finances right now. Maybe there's some type of insecurity when it comes to it. But also at the same time, maybe you also are too generous, right? So I'm not saying like you always hand out your money, but let's say you only got $20 to your name. You're like, okay, yeah, I can get this homeless man $2, which is great. It feels great. It's a good thing to do, but at the same time, you're not sure where something else is coming from. You need to kind of hold back when it comes to that a little bit. Okay. Also, there's somebody that wants you to unblock them. This could be a Taurus, a Gemini, a Virgo, a Libra, a Cancer, or a Capricorn. Maybe even a Scorpio. Somebody feels like, okay, well, yes, I was being a manipulator, but I can work through this, or we can accomplish something. I've developed my skills now. I've changed now. Somebody feels like you are making a hard decision when it comes to this relationship, or you're just choosing to stay out of this relationship because you make it feel somebody could be thinking about you sexually. I'm gonna get out your business. But they could feel like you are having some type of resource, or you're about to get something for yourself. You're about to have this fresh new start, and you're leaving them behind. And somebody feels like that's not fair, even though they manipulated you. So you could have somebody else coming back. Okay? And somebody could be thinking about you sexually, because child. Overcompensating. So don't be overcompensating for one thing over the other. Don't be out here giving up too much. Okay? You could be hooking up with a friend, or somebody's hooking up with a friend. All right? What did you get into? So somebody's coming back towards you, and you're like, look, I don't even want to hear your story, but you're going to sit down and listen. Maybe you hold grudges, though. I don't know. You could be somebody that's like, you know what? But you fucked me over, so even if you tell me a story, you still fucked me over. You could feel like somebody else was doing too much for validation, and they created some type of boundary, or you had to because they was disrespecting you too much. I don't know. All right, somebody wanted you to say yes, but again, the disrespect is out here in multiple ways. So somebody really disrespected you, and now they want to overcompensate because of it. You just want to know what's truly the fuck going on, and I feel like once you find out, you may get through the emotions of it and keep it P. You may keep it moving. But someone with the initial Q could be important, first, middle, or last. All right, something also about an air sign. Something is a lie when it comes to the initial Q. All right, did I miss anybody else's personal before we move on to the collective? Let me log in and see. You're tired of the Pisces. Not about time. Okay, cool. Yeah, you'll figure it out. You'll know who it is, and yes, they are lying once you figure out who they are. Okay, Carla, are you still here? Before we move on, let me see. Carla, let me see. Did you tell me your username? Carla, are you still here? Come on up to the front of the line. I need your topic and your sign if you're here. Hey. That's why I said you'll figure it out. You'll come back and tell me who they are. You'll know, but they're going to tell you a lie. All right. What's your sign, love? And what's your topic for your reading? I forgot all about some type of music. Something could be going silent, or maybe somebody going silent on you. Maybe you're going silent on somebody. You're Aries. You want to do your friendship, or you want to talk about your ex? Which one? You want to talk about your friendship? What's going on with you and your friendship? Is there a particular sign, or you just want to see whatever comes out? I'm not finna get in your business, but I'm hearing Megan Thee Stallion when she like, I like that with a little bit of curve. Maybe you're just eating cereal lately. I don't know. But something about Captain Hook could be important. All right, let's talk about what's going on between you and this Libra. Let's start there first. Okay, so somebody has an unhealthy family dynamic. They've always had some type of broken issue. They always felt hopeless when it comes to their emotions. They may try to stabilize this by working or doing things that make them feel like, okay, I can be positive and or creative. They may be attached to someone right now that's having them going back and forth in their head. They're fearing having to walk away or to realizing that somebody else is their match. Or they also could be dealing with someone who's married. And they're trying to ignore the fact that they're creating a broken home just because they're frustrated. They feel like, okay, well, as long as I have finances or as long as I'm single, I'm not the person that carries the weight of this. So you may see a friend that's going through karma soon. Are they dealing with someone who's married? This Libra. Yeah, they are. And maybe they feel like, okay, well, I can be slow and steady, or this person sends me money, or, you know, we can build a small foundation, or we can do something small together, and that way I can adapt and I can get out of some type of issue. They're doing this, they're cheating, or they're being with someone for a resource. They're going to manipulate themselves into something that they're either obsessed with, or they're going to become into a situation where they feel like they're restricted by. Okay, so when it comes to you and this friendship, what do you need to know? I'm not saying you have to let this person go, but you need to create some type of boundary for sure. Okay, so as long as you're fighting for whatever you think is right for your own situation and whatever you got going on for your life, I feel like you will be able to move forward. But there's somebody around you that's going to cause you to be complacent and or to be a part of some type of scandal or betrayal secretly if you do so. And not necessarily saying like it's your fault, but you may be heartbroken because like they throw your name into the bucket. It's like, oh, well, I was with so-and-so and so-and-so said this, and they're talking about you, or they're trying to put your name in the bucket so it releases some type of stress off of them. This person's not a really good friend. Okay, and they actually are heartbroken. Again, they're trying to, I'm not saying they're trying to cause a separation between a marriage, but they are being strategic by it and they know what's going on, but they feel like they can adapt because they're getting money or they're getting a resource out of it. So be careful when it comes to this person. How do they feel about y'all friendship? Okay, so they feel like something is practical, something is stable between y'all. They feel like you're very good at organizing things, or it's like, okay, where you're very conscious when y'all go out. You could be social, but at the same time, you pay attention to your surroundings. But at the same time that something starts off practical, they're still being strategic, I'm telling you. But the way that they communicate or how they use, and again, I'm not saying that they use you necessarily to say like you're the person that's giving the money or you're doing something, but it's like they'll call you at the point that they need to walk away from another situation and they know that you're gonna pull up and that you'll save them. Or they'll call you and say, oh, let's go out, but they're only going to a restaurant because they want to watch somebody else. Like there's some type of strategicness about hanging out with them, and this may make you sad or disappointed, or maybe you already realize that this person is being strategic and you're like, okay, well, I'm already losing faith, so you're saying no to this person. You're not really supporting them as much, or you're about to stop. Okay, because it feels like somebody's just exhausting you, or they always have things that's going on and they could have ignored the situation. They could have got out of it. But overall, they feel like you are a practical friend to them, but they just use you as a resource for their betterment at this point. Okay, so let's move on. So that was the Libra. Let me see. The other person was... Oh, you cut them off. Okay, good. The other person was a Sagittarius. What's going on between you and the Sagittarius? Somebody could be getting into an argument online, or somebody could be going off on someone. I don't know. They could be trying to focus on their finances right now. Maybe they're having their a new property, a new home, or something's going on with their business and they're really trying to focus on it. But at the same time, they feel like they're going through some type of destruction because they were flirting, or they were trying to figure out if the idea relationship that they were dealing with is going to move forward. And I'm not saying this, I feel like you have some type of pick-me friends. I'm just being honest with you. Because it seems like this person also was flirting with someone who was dealing with someone who was pregnant. They knew that somebody they were flirting with had the potential to have somebody pregnant, and they were still trying to keep going. They don't have the best love department right now. The Sagittarius don't. They could be trying to give love to an earth sign or a fire sign, I'm telling you, and they already know that this person is heartbroken over whoever they have a family with, or their baby mom, or whoever they got pregnant at the moment. But they feel like, okay, well, I can have this relationship, or we still can have some type of attraction to each other, even if something's a challenge. Okay. Well, how do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? They feel like you're patient, that you have some type of self-control. They may feel like you're happy that you started to balance things out with them, that you decided to give up because they feel like you didn't want to compromise when it comes to a situation. They also could feel like you need to humble yourself. I don't know if you post like you're happy or there's something that's going really good for you, and they feel like, well, you just need to be more humble. They want you to like, okay, well, yes, be happy, or yes, be positive, but you still need to be practical about your lifestyle. You need to be practical about something that you have going on. They feel like they know some type of secrets about you, or they know how you're able to get through certain type of things. So it's like, oh, well, so-and-so's not really got a new perspective, but they don't really believe something about your lifestyle. They can feel like you're lazy. So it's like they still watch you, but at the same time, they don't like the fact that you're able to move on when it comes to it. Okay? Does the Libra want to have another friendship with you? Do they want to reconnect? Does the Sagittarius? The Sagittarius don't, the Libra does. The Libra feels like they can come towards you at the point that there's any type of like real big moment that they really need to, or it's like, okay, well, I can say something, or I can invite you somewhere and we can move past this issue, we can move past this insecurity and still work together, even though there's still going to be some type of chaos or something's going to be disorganized. All right? So FYI when it comes to that. Anything else you need to know about these friendships? Well, let's actually, are you going to meet new people? Not right now. You may be trying to hold back from meeting people. Maybe you feel like you work better by yourself, or you're trying to do something for yourself so you have some type of luxury or finances and you don't want to lose it. You could be getting a new job, a new property, a new house. There's something new that you could be getting, and this is going to make you feel like, okay, well, I can focus on this structure, or, you know, now I can kind of just be graceful. Congratulations on whatever it is that you're getting. You also could be seeing angel numbers a lot. Okay, let me see. What was your name? We did the same work. I confronted her about my ex situation. Oh, was she involved? Yes, she was. But maybe she had some type of regret and or sadness because she felt like you were really a part of her circle at some point in time. But them desires and temptations be there. They literally be there. All right, let me see. Did I miss anybody else? Okay, good. I'm glad you know now. But you may not be interested in meeting new friends right now because you have something new for yourself. So congratulations on whatever it is that you get that's new. All right, did I miss anybody? I said, okay, go ahead. What's your first question? And then I think we got to do fire and... What did we do earlier? We did earth and air, I think. I think we did earth and air. We got to do fire and water. How did they start? Somebody was in their emotions and they felt like, okay, well, I needed somebody to come help me. Maybe they needed some type of physical help. And they felt like the person that you were dealing with was kind and they had some type of wisdom. And it's like, okay, well, it's not going to go as much, it's not going to go as farther as that they thought it was going to be, but it did. So somebody needed help and they felt like they could reach out to the person you were dealing with. Is Gary going missing because of the third party? Is Gary going missing because of the third party? What's their sign? Do you know Gary's sign? Excuse me. It ain't gonna work out. Oh, he is a Pisces. Okay, yeah, so he ain't gonna work out. So right now, it feels like they're trying to either forgive themselves or they feel like they're being forgiven. Somebody's forgiven them, or they feel like, okay, well, so-and-so is talking to me more. So-and-so has kind of opened the door for me. And so it's like, okay, well, I'm not sure where this is taking me, and I still have some type of emotions by it, but let's just discover and see where this is gonna go. So they're trying to see if they can reconnect with someone, but it's gonna end in a heartbreak, and that's what they don't see coming. So whatever this fear is or whatever that's still happening deep down, it's like, okay, well, yeah, we can be slowly but surely get out of this, but it's going to take too much. So it's not going to go where they want to. So yes, it's because of a third party. What's your second question? And then we're going to move on to fire or water. Am I meeting someone new soon? I feel like we just talked about, was you, hold on. I feel like that was you that I just said that you were. But you maybe it wasn't you. And I told you was going to meet you were going to be out meeting different people. All right. So yes, you are about to meet someone. Again, I feel like this is when you're just kind of either exploring or you're out and taking some type of action. You're doing just something for yourself. Now you may be anxious at the point about meeting somebody at this point in time. Because maybe you feel like you're overwhelmed or you hit some type of breaking point. It's like, oh, I ain't gonna say sexually frustrated, but there's something that's just like, oh my goodness. And it's bothering you. But at the same time, there's something that you achieve or you get something to go in your favor and you feel good by it. Something related to your stability or something that you want. And so while you're having a good time, there could be somebody else and they're out. It's like, okay, well, they feel like they were dealing with someone who was rude or they were dealing with someone that they feel like was just unfocused. And so they're trying to hold it together, but they could be celebrating someone else. They could be out with a friend or they could be trying to support a friend or trying to push a friend through a situation if they're not the one that was going through some type of self-doubt. And this is when you meet this person. So, I don't know, like, again, it's like, oh, I really want to meet somebody. I really have these urges, but I don't want to feed into them. But at the same time, I'm ready to have some fun kind of thing. And then you end up meeting somebody. You have been celibate. Okay, cool. Because I was like, I don't want to be all in your business, but that's what it was given. It was me. Okay, so it was you. What sign? What sign is this person that you'll meet and date? Give me 2 for confirmation. So this could be a Pisces. Heavy on the water sign for sure. But I feel like you're going to meet them while you're out doing something. Like you could be celebrating something. You're just like, you know what? Even if the situation isn't like completely wrapped up, right? So it's like well, yeah, something goes in your favor, but you're still upside down in something. So it's like, oh, great, I was able to get something paid off. Oh, yeah, I was able to fix my car, but I still have to get new tires. Oh, yeah, there's still something that you have to get done, but you're happy that you were able to get the first thing done. And then this is when this relationship pops out. But you may be wanting to hold back because, again, you have plans to do something else, or there's something else on your mind. But at the same time, you're like, okay, well, I want to be with somebody because I have some type of urges, or, you know, whatever. And you're just like, well, let's just see where it goes, kind of thing. Okay? But confirm, this person is going to be someone new. Yes, this is someone completely new. This is not someone that you've already gotten some type of offer from or that you met. Okay? The Pisces has been going missing because we didn't sleep together. Is it because you didn't sleep together? No, they're going through a transformation. They feel like it could be a wish fulfillment with someone else. They're trying to move forward, so they're ignoring you right now. They feel like they can get some type of energy or desire to someone that they've already been dealing with, and then this will end in a marriage or a celebration. They could have already been dealing with a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, or a Libra. Because I think you're not a Capricorn. You're a Taurus or a Virgo or somebody. Like, you're another earth sign, I think. Taurus. Okay, cool. Yeah, you knew it. Okay, perfect. Okay, what's your topic, love? That way I can go back. Let me scroll to the bottom. Oh, yeah, Taurus. I have a question about my ex situation. Okay, you want to talk about the ex? Are they the Taurus? I can't remember your sign. Are you a Taurus, or what's their sign? You may have been an Aries. Are you an Aries? I can't remember. Sorry. Can you tell me your sign again? I don't think you're the Taurus. I feel like you are a fire sign, but I can't remember. Okay, you are an Aries. Okay, cool. Well, let me see. Somebody also could be checking for you. It's like, oh, well, I thought you would be here at this point in time, or I thought she was going to be at work, or I thought, it's like, why are you worried about what I got going on? Somebody could be in your business. Let's see what's going on between you and this Taurus. I actually want to switch decks real quick. What happened between you and this Taurus? Okay, so somebody's looking back at this relationship. They feel like you guys actually did have an agreement, and or there was some type of understanding that you guys could have continued with this fresh start. They know that they made some type of situation where you had to adapt and or move forward. They also feel like this was a really good passion. The passion is out here for sure. The way that he's holding on her and looking into her is definitely here. But they decided to take a leap forward and or seize the moment when it comes to someone else. And I guess that you already knew that. They felt like if they would have chose wisely, they could have unlocked some type of happiness with you. They're looking back on the way that you guys talk. So it's like they're scrolling back through their text messages, scrolling back through your conversations, and or I don't know if y'all had voice notes or they were planning on sending you some type of video. They want to try to get back in there. They are. They're trying to find a way to get back into you, or what they can say to kind of pull at your heartstrings. So that way they can inspire some type of environment to where y'all can keep pushing. It's like, okay, well, yes, that was an obstacle, but yes, we can keep moving forward. Maybe they want to take you somewhere. They're definitely hoping for another chance. They're trying to come back around. So please expect this. But they may feel like, well, you had strong roots with this friend, or you had a really good relationship with someone, and you were actually kind of being sweet and or tender with them. But again, they feel like y'all can get rid of this upheaval. They still feel like y'all can get through it. Maybe they don't feel like because y'all was as stable, then it shouldn't be as much of an issue. I don't know. I don't like it. Let's see. What's going on here? So red flags is out here immediately. Okay, so it's absolutely no. But, and you already see the red flags, but again, they're going to come towards you. Here we are again with the hot air balloon. They definitely want to take you somewhere. They want to just like, it's like, oh, let's go to the mountains. Let's go get high. Or I don't know if y'all smoke, but it's like, let's go, you know, somewhere high grounds, or let's go kind of get out of our environment. They want to take you out the area so that way you could be on this fluffy cloud. Like, okay, well, yeah, let me just dream if this is our real life. Let me just kind of dream and think if, you know, we can kind of pick things up. But I already know that, or you already know that it's something that's too late. Okay, they may want to also, at the point that you tell them no, they may start to open up and like, oh, well, I'm the best thing you ever had, or I'm the like, then their ego comes out. And it's like initially they were trying to be reassuring, they were trying to be like, you know, sweet and kind of take your breath away, and then all of a sudden they're ready to take a risk, or now they're ready to show their hands somehow, some way. Again, they're going to want you to take a risk when it comes to it. Let's talk about them and this ex-friend, or what's going on between them and this ex-friend when it comes to this affair. Okay, so they feel like it was just comfort initially. It was just like, okay, well, yeah, somebody needed me to come in and be energetic. Somebody just needed me to be their knight in shining armor for a second. And, you know, I was just kind of playing along. And, yeah, I was in my ego and I could have avoided something, but I feel like I had the terms to do it. They feel like they had the money, or they had the, you know, possessions, or they could have did something. They felt like they were able to. I feel like in the midst of it, I'm not going to get too much in the business because I don't know how much you want to hear. But in the midst of them having sex, or in the midst of them doing something, I feel like they were in their head like, damn, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why. They kind of got themselves turned off in the midst of it. They definitely did. So even, I'm not saying this makes it any better, but the sexual experience or whatever this is, it actually was a challenge. It actually wasn't as good as you may either be picturing in your head or thinking, or it wasn't the same as what y'all had. Not at all. Somebody got mentally turned off when it comes to it. Okay. Let's see. How do they feel about you now? Okay, so they feel like they're still trying to learn you. They feel like you're still able to be grounded. You're still able to do something for yourself, even in the moments that you don't really have the full picture. They feel like you're not listening to yourself, but this is because they want you to conflict whatever you're doing. They want you to go back to the past. They want you to kind of accept them. So it's like, oh, well, you're not listening to yourself, and yourself really wants me. Yourself really wants this relationship. Oh, you're just causing some type of issue or whatever, but it was just innocent. It was just something small. They feel like you're trying to protect yourself and be too guarded, and yet you're officially going to let them in. But at the point that you say, like, no, this is actually too much chaos and that I'm going somewhere else, then they're going to confess something else. Again, they're going to turn off like a light switch. Something's going to change. Okay. Did he pay her? Let's see. Did he pay her? No, he didn't pay her. I think he helped her. So this is given like she was having some type of issue. And the basic example I can give you is like, oh, I got a flat tire, or I don't have anybody else and nobody else is answering the phone. Let me call this one person, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm free. Let me come and I'll give you a ride home and we can figure it out from there. And then when they get to the house, this is when they have sex or something like that. It's something like that that happened. She was in some type of issue and she used this person for comfort, and then they end up deciding how to do it at that point in time. And then again, while they were in it, they was like, okay, well, I'm already in it now. It's a little too much. Okay. All right, give me one, excuse me, give me one follow-up question and then we'll move on to our collective. Only one time. Did it only happen one time? Yes, it only happened one time. Again, I feel like somebody was in their emotions either while they were in it. So they may truly feel bad about it. But again, that don't neglect the fact that they already did it, right? So they do feel bad about it, but still, they could have felt bad while they were still like, okay, well, I might as well finish. Or I might, you know, like they didn't say, oh, I feel bad, let me stop. And that was it. No, they finished. They kept going. So they were just confused by why they were doing so. All right, let's move on. Let's go back to our collective. Let's see, are we going to do water or fire signs next? Yeah, we did earth signs already. Let's do water. Let's switch. Oh, you sent in. Go ahead. What's your question and what's your sign? Sorry, I didn't see it. Let me log in. I wasn't paying attention. You may be sending somebody a reminder, or somebody's going to be giving you a reminder. Say, hey, I just want to remind you about something. It's like, oh, yeah, thank you for it. Or maybe somebody's going to be reminding you about something. Okay. Did N ever have real feelings towards me? You're a Virgo. What was his feelings towards you? Yeah, it was practical. But they could have somebody in their past that they feel like, okay, well, I'm really ready to work on this even more, or I already have a foundation or a beginning with this person. They feel like you are able to master something, and there's something really good about you, but maybe at some point in time they feel like either you were obsessed with some type of finances, or you were obsessed with something and either indulging a little too much, or they feel like, okay, well, yes, this is a desire, this could be happy, but they were in their head about a past situation. How do they feel about you now? To be honest, I don't really think that they think about you right now, because there's some type of issue when it comes to a burden. There's something that they're going through right now. Either when it comes to their career, somebody else that's around them, yeah, their finances is fucked up. So I don't think that they're thinking about you right now. But yes, I do think it was because of someone else in their past. So overall, it was real, but there was just someone else, and they feel like they can recover there. They can move on and find peace. Your finances could be increasing, or something about your job. Something could be going well when it comes to your job. Maybe you're trying to hold on when it comes to it or adapt to it, but something's going to go well. Congrats either way. We're about to go to water signs. All right, what water sign I got in the chat? We'll start with you, especially if y'all been waiting patiently. Maybe you feel like you have been waiting for a long time, water signs. Especially if you're a Pisces. Let's see who we got in the chat for water signs. Something about clearing the table. All right, we'll start with Scorpio. You could be preparing your table or preparing something. Looks like you having people coming over. It's like, okay, well, let me make sure. Even if you're not necessarily cooking, it's like, let me just make sure I have enough juice. Let me make sure I got enough water, or let me make sure I got a different kind of snacks in the house. You could be preparing yourself for something, or preparing yourself for somebody to come visit, or something like that could be important. Let's start with Scorpio. All right, so somebody's timing is off, whether you or theirs. Make sure you're acting on an idea once you get it, okay? You can't stop a situation as quickly as you started. Something could be due, or you will be able to get something done in due time. No, you do not need to take some type of offer. You need to decline it. Somebody's trying to fit in, and this offer may lead to a trap for sure. There's some type of unexpected deposit, so congratulations. Or somebody also could be just unexpectedly sending you like some type of cash app or something. Even if this is not like an official from a government or something like that, this could be somebody just randomly sending you money. There is a power couple out here, or you will be part of this dynamic, or there is somebody that's trying to come off as a power couple so they can fit in. You could be depressed or stuck in your head, or there's somebody else that is, and they're spying at, and this could be the reason why they're depressed. You could be someone that's traditional. Something about nutrition could be important. Somebody could like to eat those, what you call those things in the store? Like those Nutri-Valley grain bars, those things that like crumble a lot, or like a Nutri-Grain bar, or like an energy bar, or like one of those like I don't know, like Fig Newtons kind of snack thingies. I can see it, but I don't really know what they're called. Okay, anywho's, unexpected deposit. When is this happening for Scorpio? What season? This could be happening in a fire sign season. You're going to be happy about it. This could be happening on your birthday. So maybe somebody's sending you money for your birthday, and or by next Virgo season. If this is not you getting this unexpected deposit, who's getting this deposit? Somebody could also be coming towards you trying to ramble. This could be a Cancer, an Aquarius, a fire sign. Maybe you're attached to somebody. A Sagittarius, a Capricorn, an Aquarius, a Capricorn. Okay. When it comes to this power couple dynamic, are you a part of this? You could be, but maybe somehow you feel thrown off, especially if you're dealing with an earth sign or a fire sign. Maybe you feel like y'all been together for a while and y'all had some type of big picture perspective. Y'all been able to either teach other people or give advice, or people been able to look at y'all a certain type of way. But maybe you feel like either somebody has high expectations of you, or somebody's not achieving some type of expectations that they set for your relationship. And maybe you're trying to figure out if you want to move on, or if you're going to find peace, or if it's like, okay, do I try to develop this, or what do I do when it comes to this relationship? You could be going back and forth. There also could be a child about in this relationship, or just someone that you're trying to give love to and or support, either financially. So this could be a young child, like they live with you, of course, but it could be like an adult child, or it's like, well, they have a stepchild, or somebody could be a step parent. And there could be feeling like, okay, well, there's somebody, the child or somebody around is just, taking bad advice, or they're moody, or they're emotionally manipulative. And so you're still trying to have some type of confidence, or you still come off in public like, oh yeah, we have a happy dynamic, or everything is all good. But at the same time, you feel like something's thrown off. If this is not the direct child, this could be like you're the step parent and their actual dad or mom is the person that's emotionally manipulative or that's moody about a situation, because what you've been trying to support their child and everything seems successful with the child and or with the mom. Take it how it resonates. Okay, so cool. When it comes to your relationship, if you're in this power couple dynamic and you have some type of confusion, be careful with whoever comes towards you as well while you're going through this, because somebody, you may have options. This could be an Aquarius, a Leo, a Virgo, a Pisces. They could be coming towards you to have you overindulge, or it's like, okay, well, I have some type of wealth, I have some type of status, I have something for myself, but they're trying to manipulate you into some type of situation. So make sure you're trusting your inner feelings, especially if you're already attached to somebody, especially if they're a fire sign that's trying to work on to master a situation. Okay? Yeah, we're on Scorpio. What can you stop, Scorpio, just as quickly as you started? If you feel overwhelmed right now, like you over prioritize yourself, you over committed something, you can readapt to this. If you told someone like, hey, yes, although I'm disorganized, I can still make sure I'm balanced, or I have enough security or stability for you, but somehow this is causing a burden. Example, let's say you're prepping your house for somebody. Okay, well, we're having company, or oh, I'm inviting people over, I'm trying to make sure I have enough food and stuff in the house is clean, da 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 da. Well, while you're doing so, it's like, okay, well, now I don't feel good, or now something happens, it's like it's creating a burden on you. You need to be honest about it, because you can stop, you can uninvite these people, or you can do whatever it is that you said that you was going to do just as quickly as you stop, and people are still going to love you. It's still not going to be like, oh, well, so-and-so, left us hanging. They're not going to feel like that at all. You can definitely feel overwhelmed when it comes to your finances in your home. There's some type of burden. If this is not you, this could be somebody that you have a family with, and maybe they have to reprioritize their finances and or how they've been contributing to something, because now they're going to feel the responsibility of not doing so. And maybe they were trying to put somebody up for the worst, so have them feel very much pessimistic, and now the person who was trying to do that so feel embarrassed because they have some type of success or recognition to them. Okay, so the tables could be turning either for you or somebody in your family. Overall, somebody's gonna have to stop some type of bullshit. Okay, so if they was doing this against you, expect it to stop, and maybe they're gonna want to fit in. Who's trying to fit in? You could be trying to find some type of clothes, or it's like, okay, well, let me make sure I go to the gym every day, or let me make sure that something blends well. Maybe you're fixing your hair, you're blending your hair when it comes to something. This could be a Gemini trying to fit in. Heavy on the Gemini for sure. This could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. It could be you or another one. It's heavy on the Gemini. I'm telling you, it's a heavy air sign, more specifically a Gemini that's trying to fit in. Okay, whose timing is off? All right, so this could be yours. This could be a Scorpio, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This also could be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It definitely could be yours, Scorpio. Your timing could be off. Or this could be a Taurus, okay? So if there's some type of moodiness that's going on, or somebody's acting in disappointment, or it starts off this way, and it may be like, okay, is this person jealous, or what's really going on? Why does it seem like they have some type of one-sided love, or why does something seem it's because of their finances? They're trying to figure out what's going on with their stability, what's going on with their possessions, and or how they're going to hold on to something. And then maybe you come in like, oh, I just want to give you love, or I just want to. It's like, damn, well, why they attacking me, or why they acting like this? Is because your timing is off when you approach them. And so it's like, okay, well, they're putting this anger or this emotion out on you because of it. Also, this could be somebody that wants to date you, and it's like, oh, well, damn, if you would have approached me back in, this year, if you would have approached me at this point in time, then maybe, but now they're going to feel like the timing is off when it comes to it. What's happening in due time for Scorpio? Okay, so you could be waiting on some type of email, some type of communication, some type of official paperwork, and you'll get it, okay? And it's going to make you feel happy. You'll be able to move on. You'll feel like, okay, well, I can transition, or something will be smooth. It'll happen when you need to. It'll happen in due time, okay? Maybe you're also trying to get some type of approval. I don't know if you're like trying to get a house, or there's something that you're trying to get approved for, and that actually may go in your favor as well. So if you act on this idea, when will you see improvements, or when will you see results? So this could happen before Aquarius season. So if you actually act on it now, you may see some type of improvements before Aquarius season. There may be some type of burden that you have to go through during Sagittarius season, but by Aquarius season, it pays off. All right, so commit to something, or, have some type of system or routine. Who's trying to set you up for a trap? Or a Scorpio, if you're going to somebody else and you try to set a trap, be honest with yourself. All right, this could be a Leo, an Aquarius, a Sagittarius. This could be a water sign, heavy on the air sign, specifically a Gemini. Don't fall for somebody's trap. Okay. What are they trying to get you to do? Present some type of opportunity and or take one. And they're going to come to you in the moment that they feel like you really need something, because maybe they feel like you should feel embarrassed, or you're lacking some type of confidence. They're going to offer you like, okay, well, here's a platform. Here's an opportunity for you to say something, or here's an environment for you to kind of come through and get what you want. Or, you can kind of, oh, here's a resource. Here's a place that you can apply to get a loan. Here's a place that they're going to offer something to you. But somehow, if you take it, this is going to allow you to be discredited, or this is going to kind of fuck you up somehow, some way. So you definitely need to say no. Okay? Oh, I know somebody, you can do this. I know somebody that can help you, or they can do something under the table, or they can do. No, it's going to fuck you up in the long run. Okay, absolutely not. Do not take this. Who is this coming from for Scorpio? All right, this could be coming from a water sign. This could be coming from a Cancer, more specifically. A fire sign. A Pisces and Aquarius, heavy on the fire sign. Or maybe you're giving this advice. If they're not trying to give something to you, Scorpio, maybe you're giving this advice. You're like, oh, look, this could be even a friend. It's like, look, don't take this to them. Don't say this, or don't do this. You're trying to tell them no, because maybe you feel like something will be a challenge if they do, and they're going to be stuck. But they're conflicted on if they should do it or not, either way. Okay, what's traditional? So you may be dating somebody, and as you date them, you're going to realize that this person is very much traditional, but somehow this actually may be some type of conflict for you, right? So it's like, okay, well, you want to date someone, and they have this mentality. Let's say you're a masculine. They have the mentality of like, okay, well, I expect the person that I'm dating to, pay for things, or pay for my bills, or whatever, even before marriage, or whatever the case may be. And you're like, oh, wait, well, this is going to bring some type of conflict to what I'm trying to do, or to the money that I got saved up. Or somebody that you're dating is like, okay, well, yes, I expect to pay for your things. I expect to do something for you. I don't want you to work. And you're like, oh, wait, but I've already went to school. I've already did certain things for myself. I don't really know if that's something that I want to deal with. So somebody who's traditional may somehow clash with your idea of either something that you've already built for yourself, or what you're trying to do for yourself. But you are trying to date with clarity, and or they are as well. But I feel like whatever conflict that y'all have, whatever disagreements, you can work through them. I feel like y'all can make something, an arrangement, or you can figure something out if you try. Okay, who's spying on you? Scorpio. This could be this Gemini. This could be a Capricorn, a Taurus, heavy on a Scorpio, or a Sagittarius. Or Scorpio, you spying on them. Flip the roles and be honest with yourself. Okay, the person that's spying, are they finding what they're looking for? No, not really. They're learning that somebody else, okay, so somebody could be spying on you, Scorpio, because there's somebody in the middle, right? So it's like, okay, well, I know Scorpio used to deal with person A or person B, so let me kind of spy on them and figure out what they got going on. And the more that they watch you, they just find out more information about person A or person B, because it's like, damn, well, that person was lying to me, or damn, that person not really whoever I thought was going on, or they're learning a new perspective about the situation. So let them keep watching. They're just learning. And it's just causing them to be more unbalanced and or overwhelmed in their own head. Okay? And this could be somebody who's depressed and or stuck in their head. Who is this for Scorpio? Alright, so this could definitely be a Cancer, heavy on the Pisces, a Virgo, a Libra, a Sagittarius, or a Taurus. Okay? So they could be depressed and or stuck in their head, especially if they have some type of court or legal issue that's going on right now. Who's not loyal, but they want loyalty? This could be a Virgo, an Aquarius, someone who's pregnant, heavy on the earth sign, but someone who's definitely pregnant, okay? All right, let's move on. Who was that? That was Scorpio. Let's go to Pisces. All right, Pisces, you could be married. Congratulations. You could be getting married, or somebody's talking about a marriage. You also could be meeting someone new if you're single. Maybe you're wondering about somebody in your past. You're like, dang, I wonder if we could have gotten married, but there was some type of interference, or you decided to go elsewhere. There also could be someone who's older than you that's trying to give you some type of advice, but maybe you don't believe their advice, or you're trying to figure out what their intentions is about the advice. You're already there, so keep going when it comes to a situation. Somebody definitely sees you as loving, but this person could affect your money and or what you're trying to do for yourself long term. Someone could be trying to move too fast when it comes to you because they are trying to be an interference to what you have coming, okay? A private text, conversation, picture, or video, something that's going to be released out to the public. Let's see. Who's going to be released out to the public for Pisces? What sign is this? Okay, so this could be a Libra, this could be a Gemini, a Leo, or an Earth sign. If it's an Earth sign, somebody could either be younger than you, or maybe you have a child with this Earth sign. Maybe you went to school with this Earth sign. Something like that could be important. All right, somebody ended it with the fire sign feminine. Who ended it with the fire sign feminine? All right, this could be a Leo, a Capricorn, a Cancer, a Sagittarius, a Scorpio, a Virgo. Heavy on the Scorpio. Somebody also could have had multiple women, though. Yeah, maybe they were going through some type of heartbreak or depression about a separation, and they had multiple people, pretty much like a roster on the backup. And they felt like, okay, well, I can move forward. I can forgive myself. I can kind of accept this and date other people. And now they're going through a transformation with those people, and they feel guilty about the changes and or the cycle. It's like somebody was trying to run away from a heartbreak or separation into other people just to have to come out and still deal with it. Okay, so they could have ended it with a fire sign person. Who sees you as loving, Pisces? This could be a Sagittarius. Okay, a Taurus, a Cancer, an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Leo. But be careful, because as much as they see you as loving, it seems like somebody is misdirected. They lack direction and or they're unfair. They don't actually take accountability. They feel dishonest and or guilty about some type of disagreement. They were being sneaky for sure, and they were trying to figure out if they can pull on some type of weakness or some type of raw emotion from you in order to balance out. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I was fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up our relationship or whatever the case may be. But if I can make you mad at me to where you hit me, or if I can make you trigger to where you do something, you will be just as guilty as I am. So somebody that sees you as loving, but they still want to balance something out without taking accountability for it, but by trying to make you spaz out. When it comes to this elderly advice, is it good advice? Yes and no. Okay, so the intention may be there. The intention may be great. The intention for their life may be great, but it may not actually help you in what you're trying to do. So I feel like you're going to respect somebody's differences and say, okay, well, let's agree to disagree. I'm not going to argue about your advice, or I'm not going to go back and tell you my thoughts, or, why it doesn't apply to me. But at the same time, whatever they're saying is either unachievable, or somebody wants you to be impulsive and you have to release this fear. So no, don't take this advice or don't take this opinion or whatever that is, okay? You're already there, so keep going. When will you see some type of results and or rewards? Oh, I almost called you Scorpio. So this could be happening before Leo season. And maybe at this point in time, you're feeling like, okay, well, I have a whole lot of low energy, or I'm struggling to keep up, and a whole lot of emotion is coming up. But at the point that you do, there's something happens for you. And it's like, okay, great, I can be able to hold on to this career, or I can kind of save and kind of make sure that I can keep going. You definitely get really, really close to a milestone, if not already hit it. Okay, so give yourself at least until Leo season. So try to keep going. All right, who is the teammate or the opponent? Somebody's trying to figure out if you are the teammate or an opponent, Pisces. Who's trying to figure this out? This could be you, Pisces, trying to figure it out. This could be an Aries trying to figure out if you're a teammate or an opponent. This could be a Taurus, a Gemini, heavy on a Gemini, a Cancer, or a Taurus for sure. Somebody doesn't know if you're really on their side or if you're not. When it comes to you being married, or you having a marriage, or somebody that you know is married, somebody that you know is married, something is not as balanced as it should be. Somebody also could have like a common law marriage to where they've been with somebody for a while, but they never actually went to court, and they never actually did something through the legal system. And now somebody could feel embarrassed. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I'm going to just give you what I got. Take it only if it resonates. Pisces, this is giving somebody passes away, right? And it's like, dang, I should have married, or I'm not going to be able to get any kind of benefits. Somebody feels restricted about how a situation ends because they never got married officially. Also, if somebody is currently married, something started off being unfair, meaning like, oh, I married my side chick, or I married somebody while another situation was going on, or they was getting married out of to rush or for stability. And now they're feeling some type of embarrassment because they feel like they don't really have the energy for this relationship anymore, but they're just there just to self-preserve. And then I'm telling you, it's toxic. They're not sure where this is going. So somebody has an unhappy marriage. Okay, or somebody feel like they got married for the wrong reasons and they're stuck in it. This could be a Taurus, a Gemini, a Cancer. That says Capricorn. A Capricorn, a Cancer, a Leo. Heavy on the Leo or a Libra. Okay. All right, let's keep going, Pisces. Who's trying to interfere or cause some type of interference to you? So this could be a Leo. This could be an earth sign. This could also be a Cancer, a Libra, a Taurus. Heavy on a Gemini, a Taurus for sure, a Leo. Okay? Either they have some type of interference right now or they're trying to cause it. If you are going through some type of interference when it comes to your situation, it feels like this is causing some type of frustration, or you need to slow down so that way you're not frustrated. If you get on some type of system, if you get on some type of routine, then you'll realize how something can be productive and or efficient. There also could be an air sign woman that's around, especially if this is a Libra. And maybe you need to step back from this person. They come off as somebody who's resting or who's trying to recuperate a situation, but at the same time, they're repressing some type of emotions. They have some type of deepness. Some deep insecurities. They have some type of deep fear that they need to release about being alone or having to do something by themselves. They know a situation is toxic, but they're still attached to this person. They're walking away from their own wisdom. And maybe somehow this definitely could be a Libra. I don't know how do you know this person, Pisces? They caused you some type of frustration. Something was a bad choice. Are y'all dealing with the same person? But it seems like both of y'all have accepted this. Or I don't know if this is a poly relationship. This is like, oh yeah. So you know that somebody's a cheater. This could be somebody that you either have pregnant or somebody that once came off as a business owner. They're stable. They have some type of maintenance. I don't know. They could do something in security or maintenance. They could have some type of job to where it's like, okay, well, they're a supervisor. They have some type of level to them. Maybe they have some type of security or Maybe y'all do something for the government to where you have to have some type of security clearance or a security check. Maybe somebody works for the airport. I don't know. Anywho, somehow, some way, there was some type of broken relationship where you couldn't trust this person, but you had a certain awareness that they were in a relationship or they were making bad choices. Maybe you were trying to walk away, or you should have, but secretly you were still fixated on this person and still sleeping with them. And then now there's some type of confusion because the Libra or somebody else who feels like, okay, I can have a new start, or I can retreat and we can still get married, is now getting frustrated because some type of message or something didn't go their way. Or they're realizing that something is being pushed back. And maybe they feel like you have something to do with it. It's this sudden change. It's like, okay, well, I'm about to go to court and I'm about to file for child support, or I'm about to file for something. But then they go and it's like, oh yeah, well, something gets denied, or something has to be reevaluated, or something is not as much because of someone else is pregnant, or because of another baby, or something like that could be going on with y'all. Okay, so somebody could be feeling like, Pisces, you're interfering in somebody's marriage or somebody's lifestyle, something like that. You could be meeting somebody new. Who are you about to meet, Pisces? So this could be an air sign, an Aries, a Cancer, heavy on the Aries, or a Cancer. Okay. Who's moving too fast? This could be a Sagittarius, or your spirit team is telling you that you are moving too fast. This could be a Taurus, heavy on the Pisces, so it could be you, or an earth sign. Maybe you're trying to be patient and you feel like you've been patient enough so that way you can get some type of skill, or you're trying to get some type of property or something for your family, something for yourself. It's like, okay, well, I'm about to walk away from being in my head and trap. I'm just about to figure out another way to do it. And you could be moving too fast when you do so. Who's the person that's affecting your money? This could be a fire sign. This could be a Gemini, a Libra, a Virgo, or another water sign. All right, so if you know you need to walk away, go ahead and do so, because your finances is going to be fucked up if you don't. All right, let's go to Cancer, and then we're going to go see if we got any personals to do. Cancer, you could be dating someone at work, or you watch them work. Somehow, some way, it's like, oh, I go to this gym, and I can see this person working, or whatever the case may be. You can watch somebody at work. Maybe you work online. Somebody could be watching you at work. You could be seeing 1234 and or angel numbers a lot. Someone in your circle could be going through a betrayal, and or they're going to have an argument, or something with you could be having to end when it comes to somebody in your circle. Something that's just a test, okay? Break out the box that people put you in. You may need to also be moving, or it's like, okay, I got to get out of this city, or I got to get out of this area in the city because everybody only sees me a certain type of way, or everybody only remembers me from doing a certain type of thing. You could have a spiritual business or know with someone who is, and they're going with the flow, or you want to go with the flow when it comes to them. All right. There's something that you don't notice about someone. This could be someone in your circle, and you'll have to catch your breath when you find out. Again, especially if they're the center or they're behind some type of betrayal. You had to move on so you don't get somebody else's karma. Okay, and don't clarify too much. Don't give anybody too much information. If you tell them no, that's enough. Just say no. All right, who do you have to move on from, Cancer, so you don't get their karma? This even could be somebody in your family, somebody that you know is a manipulator. This could be a Scorpio, a Cancer. This could be another Cancer, or it could be you, a Pisces, an Aquarius, heavy on the air sign. Okay, you need to move on so you don't get their karma. A Virgo could also be involved. Why do you need to catch your breath? Something could be happening in Scorpio season. Okay, so maybe you feel like somebody didn't listen to you. You could have a baby's father or a baby's mom, and maybe initially you were trying to talk to them about some type of structure or about some type of respect or what they needed to be practical, but they felt like that you had some type of hidden agenda, and or you were disconnected from your own intuition, and that they can handle a cycle, that they can do something for themselves. And now this person is realizing, like, okay, damn, I'm in the midst of some type of disagreement, or there's some type of sneakiness or something that was going on, and now they distrust the person that they felt like was going through a perfectly fine cycle. Example. So, no, you're not Scorpio, you're Cancer. So you have a baby father or a baby mom or whoever, and you're like, hey, we need to get some type of structure, or you need to respect me, or we need to get some type of control over someone else, over our child, or over the situation. And maybe you're like, okay, I don't really know how, but at the same time, something needs to change. Well, they could feel like when you said this, you were just feeling ignorant, or you felt some type of way about their situation. Maybe they left you, or maybe they cheated, or whatever. And they're like, oh no, I can still kind of do things the way I want to, or yeah, I can talk to our child, but I ain't got to talk to them but so much. I don't have to help but so much. They were still trying to be limited, or they were trying to limit you or what they needed. They act like they couldn't see what was going on. And now all of a sudden that your child or somebody is either facing a judge, or there's some type of teacher. It's like, oh, our child is about to be left behind in school, or there's something that's going on, and they can't help but to notice it. And now they feel like, okay, damn, how can I just quickly move on? How can we get past the situation so that way, you know, we can still have some type of innocence with our day? And you like, no, we shouldn't be moving past this because I already told you, I already warned you. So you could be having some type of issue with your child's mother or child's father, and you got to catch your breath while dealing with them. All right, you could have a spiritual business. If this is not you, who has a spiritual business for Cancer? All right, this is someone that's either going to give you an offer or an apology. This could be an Aries, an earth sign, an air sign, or another water sign. Okay, but be careful, because if this is another water sign, somebody could be going silent right now, and or they could be kind of shallow when it comes to their spiritual business, and maybe they have to accept something or find peace in order to something to balance out the way it needs to be. If this is a fire sign that has a spiritual business, it seems like they have some type of structure and or stability, but they could be going through some type of disharmony when it comes to work, or because they decided to separate it from somebody that they should have worked with. Okay, so they could have a spiritual business, but it seems like there's some type of broken communication, there's some type of imbalance, and they're trying to work through it. Or again, they're going to reach out to someone that they feel like they can talk to about it to figure out how they can go through some type of change. If this is an earth sign that has a spiritual business, it seems like right now they have some type of financial issue. And they're going to meet someone, or there's going to be some type of proposal, and they're going to feel like, okay, well, is this a burden, or should I do this, or should I not? They're trying to break out of some type of cycle and or negative phase so that way they can rest. But it seems like somehow they come off either very financially stable, or they're about to get something. Something goes in their favor. Okay. Who am I talking to? Cancer. You may need to relax right now. Maybe you are drawing a blank when it comes to a situation. Maybe you want to apologize for somebody in your family being unstable, or for something to be an issue when it comes. I don't know if this is like a court issue, or somebody in your family could have some type of issue. It's like, okay, well, I want to go talk to someone and apologize. Maybe it's like you want to go talk to your grandchild's mom or grandchild's dad or something like that. You may want to go talk to somebody, or somebody wants to come and talk to you because they feel like some type of burden is not your fault, or they feeling like there's some type of responsibility that, okay, well, how can we wrap this up so that way nobody's going through a negative phase and everybody can relax? Somebody could be like, okay, well, I'll take the opportunity to shoulder my burden. I'll keep on this burden until something goes on for me. They may not accept your deal. They may not accept something to work with you. Okay, when it comes to something that's just a test, Cancer, what season will you get out of this? So give yourself into Pisces season. You'll be satisfied then. There could be some type of change or information coming between Capricorn and Aquarius season. All right. Break out the pot. You may need to cook something. Somebody also could be a smoker. It's like, oh, well, let's see if I can invite you out with me, or let's just kind of roll up and relax, or let's kind of do something together. But be careful, because it's also giving an unexpected pregnancy. And somebody, oh yeah, this ain't a good choice. All right, so break out the box people put you in. Who do you need to walk away from, Cancer? Okay, this could be a Taurus. This could be heavy on a Taurus, a Scorpio, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, heavy on Aquarius, or a Capricorn. You need to walk away from them, or they're going to walk away from you. It's something that you don't notice about who. This could be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Scorpio, and or an Aquarius. What don't you notice about the Aquarius? Okay, so this person likes to charm people. They like to give people the imagination that they could be what they want, or that they're prepared for something. But this person is actually very much sneaky. Okay, they may provide some type of truth, or they may tell you something. It's like, okay, I'll give you half of the story, or I'll tell you part A of the truth, and I'll make you wonder about part B, or I won't tell you about part B. Like, they're sneaky about a situation. They also may feel like there's somebody around them that they're not able to talk to, or that they're not able to move on from. Or maybe they block somebody, they ghosted somebody. Either way, they offer some type of like, oh yeah, I can heal, we can move forward, we can do something, but they're sneaky behind the scenes. So no to the Aquarius. What's going on with the Scorpio? Okay, so the Scorpio is finding some type of peace. It seems like they're having some type of personal transformation. Even though they're going through a setback, it seems like it's actually helping grow in their confidence or their determination. Okay, but they could have some type of manipulation, or they could be manipulated by this Aries or somebody that they feel like is supposed to respect them, or that they have a marriage to. They feel like something is one-sided. Okay, so although you may feel like, okay, well, they have the end-all be-all. Let's say this Scorpio is the person that took your ex, or that took your person, that took your baby mom, baby dad, or whatever, and you feel like that they were able to recover, and or they have some type of confidence to them, but you don't see how they feel like they are losing energy, or they're tired, or they're drained by the person that you were once dealing with. Okay, so you don't notice that about them, and you're just still trying to like, okay, I still want to be involved. When it comes to this fire sign can come off. It's like, okay, well, all is well. I'm still wanting to kind of come off as a knight shining armor. I can make things work. But they are actually either deceiving themselves, or they're about to get some type of message about some type of deception, and this is going to make them have some type of clarity. It's like you try to tell them like, hey, there's this one person that we both know in the middle, and they're not supportive, or they don't do what they're supposed to do. And they're like, oh no, they do everything. I can fix them. I can help them. I can da-da-da-da-da. Until they realize that one person in the middle fucked them over too. It's like, damn. So this person done backdoored me, or this person done took my money, or this person done did something, and they gonna got my name attached to it, and how can I come clean, or whatever. And so then they're gonna want to figure out how they can kind of step back and make amends. So somebody is not going to believe about a situation until it happens to them. Okay, let it go. Okay, you could be seeing 1234, or you're seeing angel numbers. If so, it seems like right now you're resisting some type of change. Okay, so if you're feeling negative, if you're feeling down about a situation, know that something's going to grow in the end, or it's going to leave you abundant in the end, but you can't stop some type of change. You kind of got to go with it, not against it. And maybe this is why you're going with the flow. If this is not you going with the flow, who is this? All right, this could be, again, this father figure, this Aries, this Gemini is coming out here for sure. This could be a Leo, a Scorpio, an Aquarius, heavy on the Gemini for sure. Okay, you also don't need to give somebody too much information, or you don't need to clarify too much. It's like they want to know, okay, well, yeah, I was, trying to go with the flow and just see what happens, but what's going on with your situation? How can you help, or what you got? You don't need to get them none of your business. Okay, when it comes to somebody that's in your circle, okay, you could be confused by them, and or they're in their emotions right now. They could be trying to either daydream about a scenario, figure out how they can get their options to be met, or whatever the case may be, or who's going to support them. But either way, there's some type of dishonesty here, and it's someone in your circle. They also could have chose to support someone and knew that they shouldn't have been doing so. Okay, so you may have to disagree. Something about deodorant. Somebody may need to take care of their hygiene, or you're confused on how somebody's been supporting themselves while something's been unbalanced. It's like, well, how have you been cleaning, or how have you been doing something for yourself, or hygiening yourself if you ain't had no house, or if you haven't, how have you been feeding yourself? You may be talking to someone in your circle about how they've been doing so. If you're dating someone at work, Cancer, okay, be careful, because somebody is actually misusing their power, especially if this is a boss, or you're going to realize that somebody lacks accountability when it comes to their own discernment. The way that they are disciplining themselves, self-discipline is not there, and this is going to confuse you going forward. All right, so be careful when it comes to it. All right, let's go into personals. Let's go into, before we hit fire signs, let's see, did I miss anybody's personals? Let me log in first. Okay, yeah, I see your, what's your topic, love? I see it. I think you were in Aries. I said were, you are in Aries. My condolences if you lose someone, Aries. I was thinking within the next 2 to 3 seasons. I don't know. Somebody could be in their 50s or higher. Okay. About love, about the Taurus, is he DL like gay? Let's see. What's going on with this Taurus? Does he sleep with other masculines or interested in other masculines? Your dad? I don't know. It's just giving somebody may pass. Who's the son of the person that may pass? They could be an earth sign or a water sign. They also could be an air sign, but I got earth and water out here twice. It's somebody in their 50s. I don't know if it's your dad or not. Okay, let's talk about this Taurus. No, I don't think they're part of the LGBTQA community. But I do feel like this person, they have a whole lot of depression. They have a whole lot of emotional pain. So they use sex, or they use these attachments, or they use this as a void in order to move forward. Somebody also could be heartbroken because they feel like they had you under wraps. It's like, okay, well, you were the person, or you were one of the people that I know I can always call on and that I can always deal with. Even at the point that I was doing something destructive, like, you should be able to be codependent on me. They feel like they were stable enough, or that, you know, they've done enough for you to still see them as an option. Something about a Pisces, 316 or 315. I think that's the Pisces could be important. 6 is what, June? There could be a Cancer around as well. June, July. Somebody is heartbroken because you decided to pull the rug from beneath their feet when they thought it was practical. It's like all of a sudden you want to focus on yourself. All of a sudden you want to focus on your finances. All of a sudden you want to move forward, and they feel like they're not a part of whatever it is that you're about to do or accomplish next. Maybe you feel like this person was fixated on this Sagittarius or someone else that they had some type of issue with. Is this the friend? Oh, wait. I think, are you the person with the friend? If you're the person, you had the fire sign friend. I don't know if you were the same person. Let me move on. All right. So anyway, this ex is heartbroken because you decided to move forward, and they feel like you have something for yourself, that everything is kind of just okay. You're still able to celebrate life. You're still able to travel or do something for yourself that's practical. They feel like you have the finances, or you have some type of independence to you. You may feel like you do, but at the same time, you're holding back when it comes to emotions. Like, there's some type of love or relationship. There's something new that you want, and you feel like you're not either able to get it, but you're trying to move on from it as well and figure out how something just kind of pops up for you. It's like you're not really trying to obsess over it. You may have a routine right now, or you're paying into something that you feel like is not really paying off, or it's not really working for you. It's like, I pay for this subscription every month, but I'm not really using it. Or, you know, yeah, I'll go to Pilates or whatever, but it's not really showing. Or there's something that you just feel like you're paying for, that you're learning, or that you're doing, and it's like, I don't really see the point in this. But I feel like as long as you commit to this, you're going to be able to recover mentally and or emotionally. And that's why it's important, because this person is trying to figure out how they can come back towards you and invest some type of bullshit in you. So that way, you know, you guys can move forward. They feel like you're going to be caught off guard. But I don't think that you will. So whatever it is that you're doing that you feel like is not paying off, you should continue to do it. Okay? I feel like it will pay off. Oh, you are the girl. Okay, cool. I didn't want to get the ratings mixed up. Yes, the Cancer man. Okay, cool. Did my first love know my work? Does the first love know? No, they don't. They could be holding on to something, though. I don't know if they have some type of past resentment, or something happened between y'all, and they feel like, okay, well, maybe I can influence this, or maybe you do have some type of influence, but at the same time, they don't feel stable enough. There's some type of disagreement that they feel like they still want to talk about with you. But they feel like you desire some type of action. You desire something to be stable. It's like, okay, well, at the point that you come back to me, you need to be able to present something. And they feel like they can't do so. And so that's a challenge when it comes to their resources. Okay, when it comes to your first love. All right, give me one more question, so that way we can go into fire signs. You may be wishing that you could see something. It's like, dang, I wish I could see something, or I wish that somebody could see something. It's like, I wish I was a fly on the wall at the point that something happens. Like, you want to know if somebody's going to really tell the truth, or something's going to be clear as day. A general question? All right, let's see. What do you need to know? You're in Aries. What do you need to know for November? Okay, so it seems like you are going to be calm. You're going to be reconciled with your family, or something's just going to be feeling good. You're going to be rejuvenated. Something's going to feel like a wish come true, especially if initially if you felt like something was just going to be like, oh, it's no point in doing this, or I have to keep myself isolated, or I have to do something for myself. You've been in your head about something. Something's going to go very well. There could be somebody in your family right now, and it feels like they're trying to nurture something when it comes to their life. I don't know if they need a new job, or there's something that they need practically for themselves. They may start to retreat or hold back, and maybe at this point in time you feel like, okay, well, I can heal, or I can move forward from this relationship, or whatever the case may be. But I feel like they're going to give some type of wisdom, or they're going to learn about some type of wisdom of how something was manipulative, or how they could have done something other than what they chose to do, and they're going to want to reconcile with you. You're going to be blended with your family, and maybe you don't see that coming. Okay. All right. Any other personals before I move on? You sent, okay, are we doing a question or a reading? And what's your sign? I forgot, sorry. Sorry. I thought you were an earth sign, but I can't remember. I ain't trying to be out here in line. You may want to be certain about a situation. It's like, look, I want to know about either left or right when it comes to, so maybe you have to make a choice or a decision. Question. Okay. Oh, you were Capricorn. What's your question, love? If I miss anybody else, let me know before we go into fire signs. You may be getting an offer. I don't know if you're something about your job. Maybe you're going to get some type of offer or apology. Well, any of these jobs. Okay, so we're talking about jobs. Will any of these jobs apply? Reach out. Yes, they will. You actually may feel like you overcommitted yourself when it comes to applying. I don't know if you felt like, okay, well, something was a bad choice when it comes to your initial job or whatever you were doing before, and there was some type of hesitation. It's like, okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to screw it. Whatever comes to me, I'm just going to apply for any and everything. And now you get maybe a little too many calls, or it's like, okay, you have a choice now. And now maybe you're back and forth in your head because you don't know which one to choose. You also may be confused. There could be someone that wants a relationship with you. Are you single? I'm not going to get into all your business. We're talking about work, but maybe you don't really care about love right now. You're like, yeah, I don't really care about that right now. I'm trying to focus on finance. All right, let's talk about your finances then. You don't really care about that. Somebody could be trying to date you, though. Just FYI. Let's see. Oh, you are single. Okay, what's going on with your finances real quick when it comes to this new job? Alright, so it's going to work for you. This job is going to feel secure. You are going to be able to do something that you love. It feels going to like, okay, great. This is what I needed. You also may be worried about you getting a job or like, oh, can I take vacation time off? Or can I still do something that makes me feel good because you just got this job? I feel like something is going to work just as well as you need it to. Okay, so congratulations. I feel like something is going to go in your favor. Also, make sure you need to work on your emotional spending. It feels like you get money, things kind of go in your favor. You can get things to grow or go in your favor, but then things start grinding your gears and you get emotional. And it's like, okay, well, damn, what do I do now? I'm going to go spend. Fuck it. If this not going to work, if my whole plan not going to work, then fuck it, I might as well go spend the money. And it's like, oh, damn, now I wanted somebody can give me a gift and somebody can help me frame something or take care of something. Be careful with the emotional spending. I feel like that's the only issue. But yes, I do think you will get a job offer. All right. Okay, any other questions? Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody logged in before we go to fire signs. Somebody may need to log into work, or maybe a fire sign logging out of work. You may be trying to combine something. It's like, okay, well, let me see what I got over here. Let me see if I can make something work over here, make something else work over here. No. You're welcome, love. Yes, please be careful. I'm not finna get in your business. No, you're not. Okay. I'm gonna say, because that's also giving pregnancy. I don't know nothing about that, but you know. All right, let's go to fire signs. Let's move forward. Let's see any fire signs in the chat. Let's scroll to the bottom. Okay, we got Sagittarius. Let's do Sagittarius. Sagittarius, somebody could be scared right now. Something will happen right before your birthday. Congratulations and or happy birthday. Something that's just unseen about your situation, okay? Someone around you could be cranky. They feel like they're going through a situation that's unbearable, or they're about to if this hasn't happened yet. You may need to focus on moving, whether this is physically moving or just moving forward when it comes to a job or maybe even an industry. I don't know if you're trying something new. It's like, oh, I've always been in cosmetology, but now I'm going to completely switch over to do something like mechanical, or now I'm going to completely do something that's different, and maybe this is catching people off guard and this is unseen. All right, what else? Something about your mom could be important, or you are a mother. The first or the next 6 months could be important. No, the first 6 months. So you may have to rearrange your time frame. So maybe you're thinking like, okay, well, maybe I can do this in the next 6 months, and then you have to wait a few months before you can get it done or get it started. All right, something may feel like it's a lot on your shoulders. Let's get details. All right, who's going through a situation that feels unbearable for Sagittarius? This could be a Virgo. Sagittarius, it could be you or another one. Or maybe this is somebody that's throwing you off. This could be a Taurus, a Gemini, heavy on the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a Virgo. Okay, and maybe you're like, okay, well, I'm self-healing. I can do something for myself, and you feel like someone else causes you to overindulge or do something a little too much. And it's like, look, I'm not even committed to this person. I don't know if I want to be committed to this person, or there's something about the way that they operate. You don't like their systems, or you don't like something about it. Okay, something may seem unbearable when it comes to them. What's going on between you and this person? Okay, so this is somebody that you do want to actually commit to, or it's like, okay, well, we are playing with the idea that we can, but know that the point that somebody's like, okay, well, yeah, I have traditional beliefs, or I want to share something, I want to conform, and y'all have a good time, know that it's going to end in some type of issue. Somebody's going to feel restricted, or they've been doing a lot of things excessively to where they're going to be limited. So this is going to have you in your head. You're going to feel stuck, or it's like, dang, I just got a house with this man. I just got a house with this woman. I just settled down at this new job at this new location. And then all of a sudden, your coworker, your boss, your manager, this person is like, okay, well, yeah, I was friends with something that was toxic. I was doing something that was toxic. And now there's some type of dilemma. And y'all got this a house. And it's like, okay, well, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this by myself, because now they got to go to jail, or now they got to go do something else. Or they money got to go to child support. Their money got to go somewhere else first. And this is all of a sudden based off of the lifestyle that y'all once had. It's like, well, what happened? Why? How is it a quick change? Some type of situation is going to feel unbearable dealing with this person. All right. So let's keep moving. Your kiddo is just like you, or your kiddo is like their other parent, or your parent is feeling like you are just like them somehow, some way. All right. I don't really feel like that needs some type of clarity. When it comes to you feel like there's a lot on your shoulders, Sagittarius, make sure this is not something that you're creating, in the sense that you are creating some type of limitations for yourself, or you feel like, okay, well, because something hasn't worked, I'm going to limit myself. I'm only going to do but so much, where you're creating more pressure and or issues on your shoulder. You also could be fixated on doing something something perfectly. And maybe at the point that you walk away from doing so, you'll realize that you were holding some type of grief unto yourself, and you can celebrate. You'll realize that, okay, well, damn, maybe I was putting too much pressure on myself. Maybe I did have a lot on my shoulders, because I was expecting myself to have this business to grow this quickly, or to already be here at this stage. But if I look back at how many years I've already been doing this, then great. Maybe I can celebrate how I've been through cycles. I have been able to take care of myself and work for myself. There's certain things that you're going to be able to realize. It's like, okay, well, great. I was creating this heartbreak out of myself, or I was putting some type of pressure on myself. Also, don't be fixated on someone. You may have to, again, see the bigger picture and how they embrace other people. And you may realize that you have a lot on your shoulders because you're trying to embrace them, and they either don't have the money anymore, or they're not as stable as you once thought that they were. There's some type of loose foundation, or there's some type of conflict, there's some type of burden. And as much as they want to celebrate, oh, come hang out with my family, or come do this with me, or come whatever, it's not going to change the fact that you still have to walk away. Okay, so maybe you have a lot on your shoulders because you have to decide what you're going to do next. Or if you don't decide, you're going to feel like you have a lot on your shoulders. What's going on when it comes to your mother or someone who is a mother? Okay, so somebody is trying to either travel, move, and or they feel stagnated in a decision of doing so. Maybe they could be fixated on this right now. They also could feel limited by a system and or just by something that they committed to do. It's like, okay, well, I got this job. I put myself in this. I moved to a whole new city. I put myself in this environment. What do I do now? They feel like they're in a bad situation, but they committed to it. So they're just trying to figure out how they can ride the wave when it comes to it. Something about ride wave could be important. Maybe you like to listen to their song, or maybe you just listen to like a playlist on YouTube, or you just have music playing in the background while you do something. Somebody also could be trying to travel. This could be your mother or just someone that you feel like they're not really handling their emotions the way that they should be. They just try to get out of situations, or they just try to move so that way they don't have to deal with it. They could be focused on getting some type of marriage, or they're focused on getting a new job or something for themselves so that way they can have some type of good fortune. But they may be stuck in a predicament or a scenario, and they may want you to take action or do something for them. Okay, if this is not a mother, this is not your child's mother. This could be someone that you want to have a new start with, and they are just a mother. Okay, don't have to be to your child. Who's cranky for Sagittarius? Hey. All right, this could be a Libra. Heavy on a Libra. This could be a heavy on a Libra for sure. We got Libra out here 3 times. So a Libra also could confirm something for you. If this is not a Libra, this could be a Gemini or an Aquarius. Maybe they're trying to make a decision right now. They're also, are y'all dealing with the same person? Y'all are. Okay. So y'all could be sleeping with the same person, Sagittarius. Who are you sleeping with if this is your story? Okay, so you could be sleeping with a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, Aquarius, a Pisces. Heavy on the Pisces, heavy on the Capricorn, Aquarius, or a Virgo. Okay, if you are currently dealing with this person right now, they could be sleeping with a Scorpio and a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius for sure. And maybe this other person that they're sleeping with, they're trying to recover. Is this health-wise? Hopefully this is not. It could be, especially if you're dealing with an earth sign or this Scorpio. And it could change. It could be something like, oh, it's not permanent, but they could have some type of health issue. This is also given like, if this is not like an STD type of health issue, we're going to call it what it is. This is also given like, oh, I got pregnant. They decided not to keep the pregnancy, or there was something that happens, whatever the case may be. There was some type of health issue, and this air sign or this Scorpio is trying to recover from it. And they feel like they need to go through some type of transformation, or it's like, okay, well, should I start over when it comes to this person? Somehow, while they're trying to make this decision and they're contemplating what they're going to do, maybe they realize that this person is being dishonest when it comes to them, and they learn about you. Like, okay, well, great. So this person is not taking honest, or they're not taking action. They're not taking honest. They're not being honest, or they're not taking action because they have a new person, which could be you, Sagittarius, that they're working towards. Or they remember like, okay, well, what happened to all this energy they was once giving me? And maybe this person thought that they was doing this towards their baby mom or baby daddy, or they were trying to do this towards someone else, but they were giving energy towards you. And you may hear from this person, and this person may be cranky when you do. And it's because they feel like they've dealt with this person, or that person got them sick, or there's been some type of issue or pregnancy or whatever. All right, the first 6 months of next year, what can you expect, Sagittarius? Okay, so you could be either going to school, you could be trying to manifest something to recover for you, and or you're learning about a situation. And as you learn about the situation, though, it actually makes you happy because maybe you decide now that somebody's unstable. It's like, okay, well, I already feel like I see the signs. I already feel like something is just not working for me, or something is just not enough. And then in the first 6 months of next year, you learn something about this person and how they have to recover, or what they got to go through. And it's like, yeah, I'm glad I decided to let them go. I'm glad I decided to move on. Or yeah, they did have a baby. Look, the baby's out now, or something. It's something that's going on, and you're like, damn, okay, good. You realize that you trusted yourself, and you have some type of success moving forward. So you'll realize this by June of next year. So good job. What's happening right before your birthday, Sagittarius? Okay, so either you're getting a new job, you're finding somebody that wants to work with you, or you're just meeting people that's like a part of your spiritual team. It's like, okay, great. I can collaborate with these people, not just with work, but I can collaborate with them within my emotions, or just kind of with how you think, or just something that's practical. You also may be working through some type of bankruptcy or some type of financial issue that you are not expecting. So make sure you're saving your finances now. But again, if you're collaborating with someone, this could be this Capricorn, this Virgo, this Aries, or this Leo, heavy on this earth sign, know that they have some type of financial issue right now and they're in their head, and this is why they're being unproductive. But they can have some type of victim mentality when it comes to it. And this may cause you to cancel some type of event, some type of plan. And this may happen right also before your birthday. Okay, so maybe this is like, let's say right now you're still trying to make it work with this person, but because your birthday plans get canceled, because y'all was planning on traveling and they got to go to jail, or because y'all was planning on doing something and now they got to pay for child support, or they got to pay extra money for something, it's giving restitution for something, I don't know. And it's like, well, this was unseen. Well, I don't even get to celebrate my birthday because of what they got going on, and then you really don't want to deal with them. And then by the time 6 months comes later, it's like, okay, well, they even had somebody else pregnant. I'm glad that I stopped dealing with them. So you'll realize right before your birthday really wow and what's going on. Because maybe they're not telling you something until last minute. What's unseen for us? Oh, I'm going to call you Scorpio. So something may be unseen, or it may be coming out during Scorpio season. What's unseen for Sagittarius? I'm telling you, somebody could have 2 kids and somebody's lying about it. It's like initially they started off with this air sign child. Then throughout the process of meeting you, they get either this water sign pregnant or they have a water sign child. And this ends in some type of argument. You also may not see some type of letter or communication that's coming towards you, some type of email, some type of notification that's going to allow you to move forward and or transition smoothly. Maybe you've been following your heart so that way you have some type of confidence or independence to get through something. You've been having to adapt, and your mental could be lying to you. It's like, oh, well, anticipate the worst, or know that something is not going to go the way that you need. But if something happens for you and it's like, oh, damn, I wasn't even expecting this, and you realize that you have a spirit team, something balances out for you. Now, I'm going to be honest, Sagittarius, if you are being manipulative, if somehow, I don't know if you're a scammer, or I don't know, I'm not getting in your business. But if there's something that you know that you need to move on from, you need to do so now, because there could be somebody that's on your ass. They already know, or there's some type of like, okay, well, I do things by the book or whatever, so we're going to clear up some type of confusion, and they're going to go all the way to the end to do so. So you may not expect that and or see that, so be careful when it comes to it. All right, focus on moving. If this is not you, who should be focused on moving? This could be a Pisces, this could be a Leo, a Scorpio, a Taurus, a Cancer, heavy on the Leo, or heavy on the Pisces, a Virgo, or a Libra. All right, somebody needs to focus on moving right now. Who's the person that's scared? Somebody also could be scared of your numbers growing, and somebody could be watching. It's like, damn, well, what does this mean now that they're growing? This could be a Pisces. This could be a Gemini, an Aquarius, a Capricorn, or a Sagittarius. It could be you that's scared. And maybe you're scared of somebody else that's growing. Okay. All right, let's move on. What's the next fire sign we got in the chat? Any other fire signs besides Sagittarius? It's like, who that person in the back? Somebody might be like, who is this? Or what's going on? You may be meeting somebody soon, or somebody want to introduce themselves to you. All right, let's talk to Aries. What's going on with you, Aries? All right, somebody may need to go to the dentist, or something about your smile could be important. You may meet a truck driver, or there may be somebody that's in school. You may also need to go get something renewed, like your license, or do something certified. Someone could be a married person, or they're acting like they're not. They want to get married, but at the same time, when they're on the road or when they meet people online, they in everybody's face, they could be smiling towards everybody. There's a Sagittarius, or there's something that's happening around Sagittarius season. Make sure you find out more information before you react. If this is a Sagittarius, something about mode could be important. Like this is giving mode in their house, or hoping not in their body, but there could be something that's going on with a Sagittarius. Overall, your health is improving, so great job, Aries. Make sure you conserve your energy. Also, make sure you are saving your finances. If you're using Afterpay or you're using some type of pay service, make sure you conserve that as well. The initial L could be important, first, middle, or last. Somebody may have to take the L, and this could be happening in Sagittarius season. Balance is key, and balance is coming. You trying to find out the why, it won't change the situation, okay? You have to let something go, free your mind, or when you hear the song Free Minds by Tim's could be important. There could be a follow-up appointment, or somebody's going to follow up with you and kind of figure out where you are, or where you stand, or if they can give something to you, and if that can conserve your energy and move forward, okay? Somebody's trying to train you or adapt you to a situation, or maybe you're starting a new job. All right, when it comes to your health improving, great job. Overall, when will you see the results of this? Okay, give it until Pisces season. Okay, you'll feel good. Something could be happening in Capricorn or Sagittarius season because I got the number 12. But overall, your health looks good. Balance is key. So focus on balance. Maybe you are somebody that likes to go to the gym, or maybe you need to go to the gym. Something about your endurance or your abs could be important. It's like somebody that stands on one foot. It's like, okay, well, I'm trying to endure my strength, or I'm trying to build my strength or my endurance, or maybe you do Pilates, or you do some type of like, what's the other ones called? Something aerobics. I don't know. Okay, well, balance is key. Balance is coming about what for Aries? Okay, so if you feel like there's some type of defeat, some type of hostility, something that you feel like you got some type of notice of, I'm about to lose my job, there's an email, there's a paperwork, there's something that you feel like, okay, well, I'm not sure how to get out of a situation, there is some type of balance that's coming, or as long as you're being balanced, then you will realize that that's the key for something to be renewed or refreshed. Again, something definitely could need to be renewed, whether this is your insurance, some type of policy, some type of license, maybe you need to go back to school to get some type of refresher, maybe you're taking a class or a course. Okay. Also, maybe people are coming at you with some type of hostility. It's like they don't believe you, or they may feel like, okay, well, you need to come back to terms to reality, or something that you're saying or doing is lacking purpose or clarity. It's like somebody wants to understand you, but at the same time, it's hard for them to do so. And you just need to trust that this is taking you into a new perspective, or this is causing you to sacrifice a situation, or sacrifice your perspective, right? Let's say you talk to people and it's like people come to you for advice and they're like, okay, well, they want to know about love, or they want to know about a certain thing, but the only thing that you've experienced is bad love, or the only thing that you feel like that you can see is about toxic stuff. Then they're going to be confused. It's like, well, why do you have so much self-doubt, or why are you so arrogant or so rude? And then this may have you in your head about where you're going and make you feel exhausted. Okay, so just be balanced and kind of moderate yourself when it comes to that, if that makes sense to you. When it comes to you training, you getting a new job, so you will get some type of offer, so continue to follow your heart. Maybe you're trying to apply right now, or it's like, okay, well, I'm not really sure how I'm going to be able to balance, but I'm just going to just trust that something will work out for you, even in the moments that you feel like there's some type of risk, or things is not really going the way that you planned. There could be a boss around you, or somebody around you who is manipulative. So be careful if somebody's like, okay, well, yes, you can adapt, or, oh, yeah, there's a layoff, but I can pull you to my new job, or I can take you over here, or I can do something with you. They could be lying to you about this. So be careful, because this may have you in your head or anxious at the point that you realize, like, okay, damn, I should have saved, or I need to hold back, or something that's just not true. And yeah, they may be like, okay, well, I'm sorry I said that, or yeah, I shouldn't have did that, but it doesn't help you when it comes to your finances and or your stability. So don't trust someone that says that they can pull you along or help you when it comes to something, especially if they've already been through what you need to do, or it's like you already worked with them. Somebody's lying about a situation, okay? When it comes to your finances, again, you need to watch it. Okay, so yes, right now using Afterpay or services like that could help you and make you feel like, okay, well, I can do something peacefully. I can split things up into 4, or I can do things under an arrangement. But again, be smart, because you don't see something coming forward, and this may make you sad or make you feel like you're going through some type of delays. All right, so save your money for sure right now. Find out more information when it regards to who or what. You could be trying to find out more information, you're about to get more information, or you need to find out more information, especially if you feel a little thrown off. This could be about a Taurus, a Virgo, a Leo. Heavy about the Taurus, a Libra, an Aries. Heavy on a Libra, an Aquarius. A Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. I didn't even see that. Maybe even a Pisces. I didn't see that on the floor. All right, who likes giving to you, Aries? or who wants to give something to you. This could be this Pisces for sure. This could be somebody that's going through some type of fear. They're in their emotions because they feel like you guys had a routine or that you were practical, but now you have some type of clear boundary. Somebody fear you moving on, or you creating a routine that excludes them. They feel like you're about to turn your back, and at the point that you meet somebody else or you see the possibility with someone else, they're not going to be able to suffocate you anymore. This could be somebody that you were in a relationship with, or that somebody that wanted a relationship with you. This could be a Gemini, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Libra, a Cancer, Scorpio, a Pisces, a Taurus for sure, an Aries, a Pisces, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Libra, or a Scorpio. Okay, so somebody likes giving to you, but they're scared that you're going to start telling them no. When it comes to you conserving your energy, understand that you're going to need it. Okay, so you have the resources, or you can create some type of environment that you want and or desire, but you need to make sure that you're using your resources and or your energy for what you need. Example, so it's like, okay, well, I know I need to get up tomorrow and be prepared to tackle my day, but tonight I'm going to go and scroll through my phone and see if I can stalk somebody else or look up somebody else. Use your energy for something else. Don't worry about what someone else got going on or watching someone else or anything like that, because you're going to need that energy for some type of boundary or something that's coming for you, directly for you. All right, so hold on to your energy if you can. Who may want to follow up with you? Or somebody could need a follow-up appointment. Okay, so either you're following up with someone or somebody's going to follow up with you. This could be a Scorpio, a Capricorn, a Cancer, another Aries, or it could be you, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn for sure. Somebody's learning, or there's somebody trying to build a foundation that's stable, or they're learning how this to be stable, or learning that you were stable. And so it's like, okay, well, you have some type of celebration, or you have some type of something for you, and they feel a little thrown off, or they feel like y'all have some type of silence between each other. And they feel like, okay, well, I want to give up control. I don't want to be the one that's stubborn. I do want to make this stable. It's like, okay, well, I'll come tell you that I was fucked up. I'll come and tell you that I was the one that's wrong. I'll come and, follow up with you because they feel like you won't do it with them. So somebody could come towards you like, okay, well, what do you need in order to be stable? What do you need to actually see me as a friend? What do you need to know that I don't have any type of secrets, or I'm trying to stabilize the secrets? Somebody's going to come follow up with you and ask you what you need. Okay, and maybe you tell them. Do you tell them, Aries? You do. Do they give it to you? They do. And maybe they give it to you. You're like, okay, well, maybe this relationship could go into a different cycle. Maybe this could work, or maybe something would help. But at the same time, you could have something going on in the back of your mind like, well, why now? Or why did it take all of this? Or why did something have to be so extreme? And at the end of the day, the why doesn't change anything. Okay, so it's up to you to accept it and truly accept this person's apology, whatever they're trying to do to help you move forward, or it's up for you to say, you're like, you know what? Nah, I'm not going to overindulge. I'm not going to do it, or it's just not enough for you. All right, by Sagittarius season for Aries, what can you expect? Okay, so there may be some type of issues when it comes to your finances. If this is not you, you could be dealing with someone else. This could be heavy on a Capricorn, a Gemini, or a Libra. Somebody could be recklessly spending during Sagittarius season because maybe they felt like initially something was dishonest, or there was some type of complication that they had to go through, and now they're able to work even though there's some type of issue that they still have to pay for, or there's still something that they miss. They feel like they're not as much in their head as before. What does this have to do with you? Somebody could be unblocking you. So maybe it's like, maybe this is the person that you reapproach in Sagittarius season, or this is someone that's reapproaching you. And it's like, okay, well, they want to see if you will unblock them, or they unblocked you for being excessive. It's like, okay, well, now that the truth is out, now that, something was out of touch, something was unfair, can we continue to work through it? But somebody may feel like there's another person, a Pisces, an Aquarius, heavy on the Pisces, or a Gemini. There's someone else that's around. And maybe you feel like, okay, well, I'm stable enough, or I have some type of structure to go through some type of change without them. A Scorpio, a Libra, or a Taurus. So you're going to have to make a decision as well during Sagittarius season. You also may be trying to get out of your head because maybe you've been feeling trapped in your head or unproductive ever since some type of change has happened, or ever since that you realize that you have to collaborate with someone for sure. It's like, okay, well, if I don't work with my coworker, if I don't work with my roommate, then the bills don't get paid. If I don't work with my child, or there's something that you feel like you have to actually do in order to stabilize. because they are dealing with someone that's unproductive, or there's something about their qualities that's like, nah, they could be manipulative, or they having some type of legal complications, or there's some type of secrets, and you like, okay, well, let me just make sure I overly correct this person or fix something. You could be doing that during Sagittarius season. You're fixing a situation for someone else, or so that way they don't fuck something up with you. If you are a married person, Aries, it seems like you're still trying to build the foundation and or the narrative that you guys can work through some type of cycle and or issue. It's like, okay, well, yes, we've been married for this amount of time, or yes, we were married, or yes, we were young, or whatever, but we can still get through a phase. You still want to make a relationship work. There also could be somebody who's younger than you, and maybe this person is has some type of skill, or they're trusting that they can do something when it comes to a cycle. They're trying to get something to work, even though that they feel like they're going through some type of issue or some type of failure. Maybe they're working with someone who's unbalanced, or they're trying to figure out who around them that they should step away from. What does this have to do with you? You may feel like this person was insecure, or this person was over dependent, or they were suffocating at the point in time that you guys were meeting, and you feel like this would throw you off. Or it's like, oh yeah, this is not my direction, or yeah, this person is going to make me lack some type of vision. But it seems like they just needed to be lighthearted. They needed somebody that was going to care for them, or just kind of play with them out of some type of issue. And maybe now that you want to apologize, or you want to talk about a relationship, or you want to invite them out somewhere, they may ignore it. Okay? So maybe you could have met somebody that you would have married, or that you felt like you could have married. Now, if you're dealing with someone now that you know that you should ignore because they are married, even if they're like, okay, well, this relationship isn't going the way that I want to, I'm trying to ignore this relationship, I want to come towards you, and I've known you for so long, or you're older than me, or I'm younger than you, or whatever the case may be, there's an age difference, and somebody's like, okay, well, can we have some type of comfort? And this is only because they feel thrown off. They're going through some type of hindrance, and they feel sad by it. They feel like a failure. They feel like there's something that's not going in their favor. So they're not really a good husband right now. They're not a good father. They're not a good wife or a good mother. And they feel empty. So they're wanting you to turn around their ego. So they feel like, okay, well, yes, I'm married, but I'm separated. But yes, I'm married, but, you know, things ain't going too good. So if you can come and make me feel good, or make me feel some type of way, you know, we'll both be dishonest. We don't have to talk about it, but at least I'll give you money, or at least I can do something to make sure that, you know, I'm really on your side. Walk away from this married person. When do you need to go to the dentist by? If this is not you, this could be somebody around you. Make sure you're going by Pisces or Aries season. You could be going for your birthday. Maybe you're just getting like a teeth whitening or teeth cleaning. But there could be a Leo, a Virgo, an Aries, a Pisces, or a Scorpio around you that needs to go to the dentist, or you're looking at their teeth for whatever reason. Okay? What's going on with the initial L for Aries? Somebody could be trying to figure out who's left, or like, okay, well, dang, who did I forget? Something about the initial L. Maybe there's an invitation, or there's an event that's going on. They could definitely be celebrating something right now, and or achieving something. They also could feel like, okay, well, I'm closing somebody out of my circle, or, you know, I'm just trying to be practical about what I have to go on. It's like, okay, well, yeah, initially I was going to invite them, but I don't want to invite them anymore. There's some type of celebration. It's like, okay, well, I don't want to have to pay for people that's not really going to support something, or that's going to cause some type of anxiety. Maybe they also don't want to invite somebody that knew their ex, and they're trying to have a clear boundary when it comes to it. You could be involved with a Leo, a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, a Scorpio, a Virgo, a Libra, or a fire sign for sure. The initial L. Okay. Fremont, something could be happening when you hear this song. What's going on when it comes to a truck driver? Okay, so somebody feels like they're not getting some type of recognition, and or I was going to say something that could be concealed. I don't know if somebody carries a firearm while they drive, or somebody could get pulled over while they're driving, especially if they are driving a truck or something like that, and something may not go the way that they want, and they feel embarrassed because they either had some type of judgment against them already, or somebody tried to give them some type of clarity about something that they were doing. You also could know someone that knows a truck driver. Let's say you know person A, and person A has a friend, or person A has a boyfriend, or person A has a coach, or somebody, they know someone who's a coach. They could be a coach or a truck driver. Somebody could be a Cancer or a water sign, a Leo, a Virgo, heavy on the fire signs, or a Leo. Somebody doesn't see how this spiral from grace that this truck driver is going through, and their boundaries, their decisions has caused some type of imbalance. Example, fire sign or Aries. So you know person A. Person A knows person B. Person B is the truck driver. This person B has a perspective because they feel like everything that they've been trying to do has been mediocre. Oh, well, all the women that I've dated don't recognize me. All the jobs that I've had, they don't pay me enough. There's always been some type of negative aspects to their lifestyle. And because they think like this and they uphold this, they have been communicating with the person A that you know. So person A took some type of insight or some type of boundary, that they took some type of advice from person B, that's just this truck driver, which led to some type of either legal complications, some type of unhonesty, or there's some type of issue. And it's like, damn, now this person is really lacking direction, or they make it seem like you lack direction because you've been trying to protect them. You've been trying to protect person A, although they've been listening to person B, which is fucking them over and fucking you over. Okay? So maybe you're trying to pull away from this truck driver, even though you're not truly attached to them. You want the person that you know to pull away from them as well. All right, let's move on. Let's go to Leo. Last but not least. And then we'll make sure we don't have any personals before we wrap this up for today. Leo, something about time could be important. Whether it's like, okay, well, let me look at my check, or let me make sure something adds up. Let me make sure that I was compensated for something, or maybe you're looking at your benefits when it comes to something. How much time do I get if I'm pregnant? How much PTO did they pay me? Or something about your time and work could be important. You could be drinking some good wine, or you're wanting some. Something about your pH balance could be off and or be talked about, or maybe you're talking about somebody else's. I don't know. Stop comparing yourself to anyone. Something could be happening word of mouth. Somebody could also be gossiping about you. But this could be good. If this is related to your business, it could potentially help you, okay? Somebody said something that they can't come back from. You'll figure out who this is soon, or we'll figure out who they are. Someone actually is a sweetheart and they want to celebrate with you, or there's going to be happening something soon where you're able to celebrate with your spirit team. You could be seeing some type of graffiti, whether this is like, oh, you're driving around, there's something that's on like a bridge or on the building, there's something on the bus, or maybe you even buy something in the back of it. It's like, oh, there's graffiti on the back. Something about graffiti or calligraphy could be important. Okay, get up and go on with your life. You could be hearing that quote, watching Medea, watching some type of play, or just watching some type of drama play out behind the scenes. No one fumbled you, they escaped. Oh Lord. So Leo, depending on who you are, somebody could feel like, oh no, I didn't fumble Leo, I had to walk away from Leo, I had to get up out of here. Or that's what you feel about someone. But overall, check yourself. Somebody else will be checked. They will get their karma. Something is just not worth the risk when it comes to you. Okay, so if you see something that's insignificant, it becomes just that, insignificant. All right, let's see, who's the Leo? Who's a Leo? Who's a sweetheart for Leo? Leo, somebody could see you as a sweetheart. They try to figure out, well, who are you? Maybe they see you out somewhere and you're doing something for someone and they feel like you're a sweetheart. Who's a sweetheart for Leo? Okay, this could be an air sign. This could be a Virgo, an Aquarius, specifically a Libra, a Gemini. Heavy on the air sign for sure. A Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You see somebody as a sweetheart. How do they see you if they already know you? They could see you as somebody who's going through some type of depression. They could feel like you have some type of anxiety, that you're not sleeping well. There's things that keep you up at night, or you're kind of back and forth when it comes to making a decision, or that you're unable to. But at the same time, they want to have a fresh start because they feel like they're disappointed, or there's somebody that revoked their offer, or something is not going the way that they want. Be careful with this, Leo. Okay, because as much as you feel like you do have some type of influence, or they make you feel like you have some type of power when it comes to this relationship, they're trying to move forward, and they're actually going to end up moving forward at the point that they feel like something is bullshit, or something is not paying off the way that they want to in the time frame that they want. Okay, so something is either going to throw you off and make you feel like you have low confidence, or somebody's going to move forward because they feel like you are demanding and they feel like it's making them have low confidence. All right, you could be in a relationship, Leo, with an Aries, a Gemini, heavy on the Aries, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Taurus, a Cancer, a Virgo, an air sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, heavy on the air sign, more specifically a Gemini. All right, so somebody could see you as a sweetheart, but don't let somebody abuse you as one either. Hopefully there ain't no physical something going on. Who said something that they can't come back from? This could be an earth sign. This could be an Aquarius, heavy on the Taurus, a Libra, a Scorpio, heavy on the Leo. It could have been you, maybe even a Pisces. Okay, somebody could have gotten their emotions and or their feelings. Maybe they were confused or uncertain about their success, or maybe they felt like you were uncertain about how they were going to be successful and that you were corrupt or dishonest. And so they feel like, okay, well, I'm going to create a situation, or I'm going to nurture something for myself, because they're going to surrender, or they're going to let go of some type of a deception, and they feel like they're going to learn or do something for themselves. If you said something that you can't come back from, maybe after the fact you may be disappointed, okay? And maybe you feel like you were talking too fast, or something just came out of fear and or illusion, but you feel like, okay, well, I can learn from this, or yes, we can get through it. You feel like something was just an argument and you can let it go. You feel like you can give someone some type of love and nurturing, so that way any type of dishonesty or whatever can balance out and it still be successful. Somebody feels like you can't come back, somebody else feels like they can. Put yourself where you are. What's not worth the risk for Leo? Some type of decline. Okay, so if there's something that you're trying to put your money in, or maybe you're like, okay, well, I don't know if I'm going to be responsible with this, something that's going to lead to some type of instability. Okay, so absolutely not. You, again, could be dealing with this earth sign, this Leo, or an Aries. And maybe initially it seems like, okay, well, yeah, somebody's just slow and steady because they're conservative, or I'm not going to say that they're shy. They're nervous. They're just kind of holding back. They're not. They're not at all. They're actually maybe trying to be irresponsible. They actually want to let loose a little bit more than what you think. But at the same time, they feel like, okay, well, I feel a little powerless in how I want to do so, or who I have to reach out to do so. And they feel like you're somebody who's emotionally stable or insecure that can help them immediately. So they're compromising, they're settling, they're allowing themselves to be around you, even though they feel unwelcome, or even though they feel like there's some type of home conflict. Okay, they feel like this is either going to cause some type of rejection and or sadness. Something that's not worth the risk. Or maybe you're realizing, or it's like, okay, well, why won't somebody do something with me? Or why won't they just choose me? Or why won't they, because they feel like it's not worth the risk. Okay, so let it go. Don't let yourself still kind of be hanging on for no reason. You need to check yourself. Somebody else will get checked. Who's going to get their karma if you focus on yourself? For Leo. This could be a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Somebody who's trying to flirt with you, but at the same time, they're not trying to go but so far. This could definitely be a Pisces, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces for sure. A Gemini, an Aquarius, or an Aquarius for sure, a Pisces. All right, so this air, water sign, know that they'll get their own karma after the fact. Okay, so somebody said that they escaped you, Leo. Who feels like they escaped you? Or who you feel like you escaped somebody, if they out there saying that you fumbled them. This could be a water sign, an Aries, a Pisces, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This Gemini, heavy on this Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or masculine, and or an Aries. Okay, so they're like, oh no, I had to get away from Leo. I had to get away from the situation. They're literally telling this about other people. And maybe you already know that you had to stabilize, or you already know that this person, yes, they had money, or they were providing something for you, but emotionally they was overwhelmed, they was selfish, they was devious, they had you trapped in your head. But I don't know if you're still trying to send this person a message. You're still trying to forgive them. You're still trying to flirt. So that way you can avoid a situation to where you feel like you're either overanalyzing or you're in your head because of low self-esteem. Either way, if you're still around this person, they're not giving the best narrative about you, why y'all broke up, or whatever the case happened. Or if y'all still together, it's like, oh, nobody really wanted Leo. I'm just here because nobody else wanted them. They're not talking the best about you. Okay, FYI. When will you be celebrating with your spirit team, Leo? So this could be happening in a water sign season. So this could be happening now. This could be in Scorpio season. If this is not now, this could be in the next water sign season, which would be Pisces. Okay, you're definitely going to feel like you have some type of recognition and or success. You're going to be feeling very prideful about this. So continue to trust yourself while you do so. Okay. Make sure you're not comparing yourself. Who are you comparing yourself to, Leo? Or who's comparing themselves to you? And this could even be subtle. It don't even have to be like, oh, I hate this person because they got this and I don't. It could be just like, oh, why does this person have this much? Or what am I doing that I don't get this? It could be something very subtle that you're comparing yourself. So, oh, I don't know if I can do this because, you know, there's a lot of people already in the market. There's a whole lot of people. You could be comparing yourself when it comes to something like that. All right, this could be a Taurus, a Libra, a Pisces, an Aries, a Virgo, a Libra, or another Leo. Okay, heavy on the Libra. Either they're comparing themselves to you or you need to stop comparing yourselves to them. What's going to be insignificant for you? right, so if you're worried about some type of restriction and or frustration, it's not really going to bother you as much as you think. If somebody blocks you, there's somebody in your family, or somebody decides they're going to disconnect, or they don't want to hang out with you, or they don't want to do something, it's not going to bother you as much as you think. Somebody also may be trying to limit you when it comes to hanging out with you, and you feel like, oh, well, they're doing this because of a reason that you feel like is insignificant, but in their mind, they feel like you were being reckless and or you were being arrogant about a situation. You could be somebody's mother. I don't know if you have a fire sign child, or I don't know. Somebody could feel like you were being disloyal or smothering. Okay, if this is not your child or your parent, this could be somebody that you are close to, like a friend. And it's like, okay, well, you know what? This person wants to treat me like I'm small, or whatever the case may be. Then I'm just going to move past this. It's not really going to bother you as much as you think. Or this is how they're acting. All right, something could be going on with somebody's pH balance. You know, we're not going to be calling two people out, but who is about? Be honest with yourself. All right, somebody could be throwing off your pH balance, okay? This could be an Aries, a Pisces, a Taurus, Virgo, a Capricorn, a Gemini, or a Scorpio. Be careful if you're sleeping or intertwined with this person, or they could be talking about your pH balance somehow, some way. All right, go have some type of good wine. Go drink something. Go relax. Have a good fun. Have some good fun. Do something for yourself. Get up and go on with your life. Go watch something that makes you laugh. All right, who's talking? Word of mouth. Who's talking about Leo, to Leo, or about somebody else? Leo, if you talking. Okay, so this could be a fire sign for sure, a Libra, a Sagittarius more specifically, a Cancer, Scorpio, a Pisces, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, a Taurus, an Aquarius. All right, so somebody is either gossiping, or they're going to have your name in their mouth, or they're going to gossip to you. Okay. There initially, maybe, I don't know, maybe you were involved in some type of gossip, Leo, and initially it started off like, oh, well, this is just innocent. We both been released from a situation, or it's like, okay, y'all both are talking about a job, or y'all both talking about y'all manager. That could be something that you were involved in. And then as you go along, you realize, oh, wait, this person is actually trying to slander somebody. This person's actually trying to blackmail someone. You feel like somebody was trying to be strategic, but actually still be happy about it, or act like everything was all good. And maybe initially you were confident. It's like, okay, well, wait, I still have something to me, but I don't want to be seen as someone who's reckless and or who's lying or who's causing some type of issue. So maybe you was like, okay, well, I'm not going to cut this person all the way off, but I'm going to slowly but surely, you know, step away from this person, because you feel like there's going to be something that breaks down, or there's some type of gossip that's going to come out. And maybe somehow you're intertwined with this, or I don't know. Okay, so somebody could have been gossiping, and people gonna be exposed for doing so, even if they feel like, okay, well, I was only gossiping for a month. I was only gossiping about this one thing or whatever. It's like everybody gonna get hit with a RICO case. Okay. Hopefully nobody dealing with no case legally.